today. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See specially marked Valpak envelopes or Valpak.com for details.
RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And business is blooming. That means you could turn over a new leaf in a new Mitsubishi. This week, I'll give you up to $4,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value for your old ride. Do other dealers rake you through the mud over past credit mishaps? We're rooting for you. Drive a nicer, newer car today. But hurry, this deal will get picked over soon. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2023. See dealer for details.
I'm back! And look at all the fresh from Florida produce I brought home. You have heard of fresh from Florida, right?
Fresh I have.
That's refreshing to hear.
Fresh from Florida produce is fresh as fresh can get.
And if we're going to freshen up daily meals, it's refreshing to know that locally grown fresh from Florida produce is available year-round.
Well, that's a breath of fresh air. Got anything else?
I'm fresh out.
Look for Fresh from Florida where you shop. Learn more at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Hey, Monster fans, Russ here. You know what is really scary? Utility rates. So let's talk about solar. You may have seen solar popping up all over the place. Well, there's a good reason. One is utility rates are rising. 2, government incentives can dramatically lower the cost to solar. So if you want to go solar, call Solar Source. Monster fans get special access to their new solar estimate tool. Visit solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Calling all weekend warriors. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your Tex-Mex favorites like Dos Tacos, burritos, and more. Enjoy 2 for 20 weekends for a limited time. Only at Tijuana Flats.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 22nd. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, April 21st, 2023. Lots to get to today, from this is absolutely insane to charges are dropped against Alec Baldwin, and a woman falls in love with her kidnapper. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. All your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. And I cannot believe this happened, but right before the show I checked. Guess what?
What happened?
We got a last-minute message.
Say what?
I didn't think it could happen. I thought we deleted the file files. I thought we canceled our subscription to the email service.
I did delete the files.
It's back, baby.
I canceled the credit card.
We got a last-minute message from Jose at Toyota of Claremont. Let's see what he says.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
We did it, everybody. We made our way through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back, and we're going to have some fun today. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Good.
Yeah.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Just barely.
I could tell something's up with Sean because there's several groans before it started.
Groans and grunts and wheezes.
He also said, I'm just going to take a little nap before the show.
Yeah, this was about a minute ago.
You hungover?
Yeah, no, I'm not. It's not that as much as I'm just tired this week. I just have not gotten the amount of sleep that I think I was supposed to. And here we are pushing through anyhow. So
how was Copeland?
Yeah, how was
Lovely.
the show?
Great times.
Yeah, and was there any opening bands or was it just Copeland?
There was, but did not see that.
Oh, you walked in right for the big show?
Kevin Garrett, I believe his name, but it was they added openers last minute according to their Instagram.
Oh, they just popped them in?
Not as important as like Ludacris.
No.
No, I mean,
it'd be cool if he showed up there though.
Nice guy though. I have one song that I saved by him from back in the day, so I was like, I wonder if he played that. Won't ever know.
You see, that's what happens when you show up late. You forget, you miss out on all that
late,
stuff.
though?
It's not really, because you're paying for the main act, and that's what you want to be there for anyhow. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go over to Fox News. And on Fox News, it's a show called Your World with Nick Cavuto. Nick has a pretty big guest on. He wants to talk to somebody who has both been on television in a very, very big capacity. He's been in movies, I think, and he's also been to space, for God's sake.
Wow.
Although,
what can he do?
when he went to space, he tried to tell everybody how emotional he was afterwards.
It was a lot for him. He said, look down onto the earth.
On the planet Earth.
Black.
And they're popping bottles in the background.
Death.
William Shatner, you're right. And William Shatner is not in the studio. He's remote. And William Shatner, it appears, has a couple of dogs hanging out with him. Here we go.
With William Shatner leading the charge, he joins us right now. Bill, this looks like a very funny show. And I guess the premise...
That's what I thought. And the instant you started...
Right away with the dogs.
My two dogs, Dobermans, started barking.
Oh, thank you.
That's part of my plan.
Thought they were Chihuahuas.
To give you a sense of the hominess of this interview. Dogs... be quiet.
Yeah. Dogs, be quiet. I don't know that the dogs listened very much. I think they just continued through the entire interview. Rough, but just barking in the background.
It would have been really impressive.
That impression.
Yeah, that's my best dog right there.
It would have been super impressive if that worked, though.
Yeah, if they silent right afterwards, let's see if they were.
The idea is that it's celebrities competing with each other.
Everything. Right. I mean, it's everything in my life. You give your opinion, and it's totally ignored. It's a terrible thing when you get old.
They keep going the whole time.
William. Headphones would make a hell of a difference.
Yep.
Because trying to listen to the interview via your computer speakers with the dogs is a little tough.
Little difficult with them barking the entire time in the
Still
background.
looking really good for 92 years
I know.
old.
I can't believe he's
That's
92.
insane.
Yep. Yeah, he is 92 years old.
They let him go to fake space.
Yeah, they did. Just to the little tippy top of outer space, I guess you would call it. But he's still dealing with dogs here on planet Earth, barking in the background.
Be quiet.
You guys got that in common. You know, you're dealing with old barking Elvis out there.
Elvis, man, he's such a sweet thing until he's not. You know, he's like 95% sweet and 5% monster dog.
He's a chonk, man.
Yeah, it's in his soul, I think. And when I try to give him a treat, he'll take my whole damn hand in his mouth. He's like, I don't want to leave any of that behind.
Poor Carl. I went to grab I have a little container of Q-tips to refill another container of Q-tips, and I spilled the entire thing.
Oh, no.
On Carl, and he is traumatized.
Raining on top of him?
So I have to add to the Scotch tape and trash trucks Q-tips as one of his triggers.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's little dogs like that. To him, it was like 100 barbells falling on his tiny little back, and couldn't take that much. All right, real quick, let's go for an update to Grills Seafood and the Grills restaurant.
This story, I thought we would really be done with.
Yes, me too.
A couple days ago.
I can't believe we are.
I thought
before it started, really.
I thought that, everybody had said their piece, and the guy, he kind of explained himself on Facebook and on the news, and then I thought we were dead. That's it, right?
Yeah.
It's over?
Should have been, but no, we're still going out here, and the update is a letter that he has now posted.
Why?
He wants to address what's going on here at the Grills Seafood Deck and Tiki Bar after they decided they will not serve Budweiser nor Bud Light at their establishments until further notice. And I guess he sent this letter to Anheuser-Busch. I'm sure they are just quaking in their boots getting this letter.
And I feel like maybe they have a lot of letters headed their way.
There could be, yeah. But this guy, Joe from Grills, says, I am disgusted by what you have done and what you are doing, Anheuser-Busch.
This is the owner that has already been in the news and given his piece for it.
Yes.
Has already created a statement on Facebook saying, it's nothing against, I have gay friends kind of style.
My best friend
message.
is gay,
right,
that kind of thing. But now he wants to address Anheuser-Busch directly. So he's disgusted.
But also, I mean, if he just wanted to address Anheuser-Busch directly, he could have, I don't know, wrote them an email, sent them a letter
and
through the mail, and shut the F up about it. But no, he printed the note. He gave it to some of his employees for whatever reason, and they're going leak crazy, going to the local paper.
And by the way, when all of you who are right of center or, out in Magaland even, when you yell at the libtards for being virtue signalers, this is exactly the same thing. This is what you're doing. You're like, look, this is how I feel, and you're putting it out there so you can show your customers and others that you are against whatever this is. You're doing the same thing.
The report basically is that he removed a curse word or two from the original letter.
Oh, did he?
And then posted it himself on Facebook to Anheuser-Busch.
He said, you are the one causing this division and anger in our society. You are responsible for making some of the gay community think Grills does not welcome them.
Oh, really?
And you knew exactly what you were doing when you launched this campaign.
Oh, wow. So a little bit of delusion there.
How could you not? Good old boy beer meets Dylan Mulvaney? Let's see what that does to the country. Nobody is that stupid, he says. This goes way beyond transgenderism. This wasn't a marketing mistake. Your corporation knew the firestorm they would ignite in this country, but chose to do it anyway.
No, they didn't.
I pray all our eyes are open as to why. Our current plan is to eliminate Bud and Bud Light from our locations and replace it with a locally brewed, much higher quality Pilsner.
Oh, shut up.
A reference to all other Anheuser-Busch brands will be eliminated. This includes, but is not limited to, all promotional items such as umbrellas, neon lights, coasters, and apparel.
Not the umbrellas.
The coasters are gone, friends. Get them out of here. Grills Restaurants in Sunrise Marina will not co-sponsor or seek endorsement from Anheuser-Busch, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Then, to the gay and trans community, we do love you. And all of us have close friends or family who are gay, and some who are considering this option.
Considering this option. We're thinking about it.
It happens.
We're thinking about it.
I like to picture
It's a spectrum.
some mildly flamboyant man sitting on a couch, sort of stroking his chin, and he's like, I'm considering this gay option. I might go down that alley.
You know, like when you taste an exotic fruit for the first time, and then you kind of go,
You look up a little bit.
look up, did I like that?
Do I want it in my eyes?
I'm going to have another bite again. That's the same thing, but with penises.
Give it a little consideration. There's no judgment in my heart towards you. Life has dealt us all a different hand, and I have no explanation for the pain some who have endured. I care about you, and I know it's been a tough ride for many, but I cannot believe surgically altering a human body is the best form of suicide prevention we have available. Is this really the best option the AMA has for children or young adults? If it is, then it's time to look somewhere else. But my biblical faith tells me there's something much deeper and darker than bad medical and psychiatric care.
What does the Bible say about transgender people?
I don't know if it's in there. It might be. I haven't read the whole Bible, only certain parts.
I don't know. My fourth grade teacher seemed to think it was pretty anti-men dressing as women.
Well, also, he ends with this. He ends with a PSA. As a Christian, I do pray about the scourge of alcohol for many people, because he has to juggle this whole religious thing with the fact that he owns a place that sells alcohol to a whole bunch of people. I know more and more people personally that are getting benefits from proper cannabis use and fighting that battle. If you're struggling in that area, I'd much rather you stay at home, pray, and beat the grip than come to my bar.
Beat the grip. Is that...
Felt God told me to share that as well. Love you all and God bless. Was that a shot at pot smokers at the end?
No.
I think beating the grip means masturbating.
No, I think he was saying,
scourge him out.
Like, hey, I listen to, alcohol's pretty bad. Maybe you guys should smoke some weed.
But then he said, if you're struggling in that area, I'd rather you stay at home and pray and beat the grip. So
then come to my bar. Rather you do that than come to the bar.
Yeah, he's very upset about all of this. And on the other side of the dime, so we can really close the book on this whole saga.
Will it close, though?
They said this brewery that has come out and produced a woke-free beer for $19.99 for a six-pack. They were having this brewed at Bent River Brewing Company in Rock Island, Illinois. The brewery saw the advertisement for the beer they were brewing, and they have ceased production of the beer that they were making for this company. And now he has to find another place to brew his Ultra Right. Was that what it was called? Ultra Right Ale?
It was something like conservative uncles, conservative dads.
So they're no longer making that. He's got to find another place to make it.
Conservative
it's just
dads,
a mess.
Ultra Right, 100% woke-free American beer.
Baseball hitting men, that kind of thing.
That's a Sean Watson-sized title if I've ever seen it.
It's a little bit lengthy, but we got a lot to get into today. When we come back, we've got to talk about something. There's a level of shame that has been directed at a particular group of people in this country. And that is people who are unfortunate enough to really have to go to the bathroom when they're in public somewhere. We had a sheriff who went after somebody who peed in a backyard and showed
them
surveillance footage. And he was like, if you see this criminal, and it's like, now there's another one of these situations, and it's even worse. Plus, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads, a few delays, some due to incidents like the intersection of Boggy Creek and Narcoossee roads. Also, OBT northbound between John Young Parkway and American Boulevard. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 at this time, east and westbound, approaching State Road 535. But north and southbound lanes of the Greenway are clear. Northbound lanes of the Turnpike are clear, but southbound lanes are experiencing heavy delays in Lake County after exit 289. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber. HOA and condo board members. Bring your community the fastest, most reliable fiber internet while saving up to 50%. With Blue Stream Fiber, your community gains a partner, not just another provider. Start the partnership at bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Now that you've taken on that big job, you shouldn't have to settle for the big box. You've earned a trip to Northern Tool, and we're ready for the details. We know all about the little things that make the biggest difference. Maybe that's why they call us a problem solver's paradise. From pressure washers to power tools, pallet jacks to push carts, Northern Tool and Equipment carries the brands you depend on, like North Star, DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Strongway. We're made for this. Come see us in store or shop online at northerntool.com.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 weekends at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 full-sized entrees, a large dip and chips, and 2 drinks for just $20. Friday through Sunday. Smack my and call me Sally for a limited time only at Tijuana Flats.
Do bank closures, inflation rate hikes, and the roller coaster of the market frighten you as much as it does me? You need to call Oxford Gold. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call, and you pick the precious metals. That's it. You now own real precious metals. Call Oxford Gold today and learn more about the 1, 2, 3 protection plan at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This is the News Junkie.
Oh, hey there. Thanks for hanging out with us. Happy weekend to you. You want to learn more about the show? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. You could also send us a dispatch there, and that's how you join us on the show. Question for you, Sabrina and C-Lane.
Sup?
I feel like I know the answer for C-Lane. Just because he's a guy. I know the answer to this question. It just is an obvious yes to me.
All right.
I don't know the answer for Sabrina. I just couldn't even guess. I'm thinking maybe. Like, I'm leaning towards a yes on this. But my question is, have you ever hit anybody in the junk? Like, downstairs,
on
shot.
purpose?
Yeah, on purpose or really hard on accident, I guess, would also stand out.
Definitely by accident.
Mhm.
I think on more than one occasion, unfortunately.
Just like swinging your arms around or something.
And the one that comes to mind, it was when I was a child, we had all finished, me and my siblings watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And we were all practicing the spin kicks.
Okay, so you thought you were a ninja warrior after watching this.
And I finally nailed it, but also nailed my brother in the balls.
Ooh, yeah. And it's one of those things that I don't know that men can explain exactly to women how that sensation feels.
I think the equivalent is explaining you guys what period cramps are like.
Yeah, like I would have no clue what the hell that felt like.
But also like explaining not the sensation and the small pause right before the immense pain.
It's like when a little kid falls on the ground
whacked in the nuts. When you get whacked in the crotch and it's a really successful testicle hit.
Full contact.
I mean, there's just a small amount of nothing, and then, oh my gosh, pain.
It just ratchets up to full speed. And just as being a guy, I'm sure, Celine, you've done this at some point in time.
Yeah. We used to, the most annoying game that my friends wanted to play was the not covered game, where, the point of the game is so stupid. You get hit in the nuts if you don't cover.
Right.
So it's just you're
not spending your whole day walking around doing that.
End up walking around grabbing your crotch all day. It's like annoying.
I know there's a lot of people who have either done this in some sort of fight, or as Sabrina said, on accident, or screwing around, or any number of things.
My friend got me once when we were getting ready to I think we were gonna go grill out or something. And so we were getting stuff to make burgers, and he had an onion in a bag. He whipped that sucker.
Oh, wow.
Nailed me, and I fell to the floor in pain at a Publix.
I saw one the other day because you see these videos on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. And at the playground, they have those, think of an old-fashioned playground. They have those things that you kind of sit on, and it's like on, let's say it's like a little horse or a bumblebee or whatever, and it's on a big, giant spring, and it just goes, you can lean each direction.
Oh, my God.
And you spring around.
That's an impressive spring.
And this guy and his friend are sitting by one, and while the guy's looking the other way, his friend takes the bumblebee on the big spring and pulls the spring all the way back, and lets it go right into the crotch of the other guy who's just standing there. Jesus, man.
Seems like a jackass move.
Yeah, you could do some damage there. Well, in the world of basketball, I guess that happens from time to time, and James Harden got ejected from a game.
Do you not wear a cup when you play basketball?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
No,
it's not.
I don't think so in basketball.
It's not. What do you wear a cup for?
Football.
Baseball.
Really?
I think in baseball you might. I think in baseball and football
lacrosse.
And hockey maybe, because you don't want to take a puck.
No,
oof, that's bad. Yeah, so I think, but I don't think in basketball that happens. And he got just a flat out ejection for this, like a double personal penalty kind of thing. And here's what went down.
He was officiated. Ruling on the floor, flagrant foul, penalty 2. Harden is ejected. There'll be 2 shots plus the red.
He's out. Flagrant foul, penalty 2.
Wow.
Now, Harden, this player, James Harden, for the, what is it, Philadelphia?
Unibrow, man.
The 76ers. He's a player for the 76ers.
Philadelphia team, did you?
I was going to say Philadelphia Liberty Bells, but that's not a team. So this guy...
That sounds like Philly's minor league baseball team.
It might be. He's looking around. He's like, what? I can't believe that I've been ejected from this game. And... watch this as they show the clip, because I was like, maybe they got him wrong. Maybe it was like an accidental thing and he didn't really do it. Those of you who are watching on Twitch and YouTube will be able to see it. I'll describe it for everybody else. But they show the clip. Harden's like, what? What? Here he is. All right, so some guy's guarding him as he's about to go in to try to score. And you can see which guy's about to get the shot to the groin. This is the guy who's in front of him blocking him. And
his
he goes,
stance is very hit me in the penis.
He's very much like man spreading in just like on the court. His legs are very far spread apart. And then he goes, boom, right in there to the groin. They show it from every angle.
On that play in the first quarter.
And then everybody else on the court is like, what happened? I didn't realize that they had a penalty like that. If you hit another player below the belt, you're out of the game. I mean, this guy's a big star, and they just ditched him on out in what they say was a stunning ejection in the game. But we all have a moment where we know that happened to us. Hit us up at thenewsjunkie.com with your dispatch right now. Meanwhile, I got to stand in defense of some particular people here. The downtrodden, the people who no one seems to want to fight for. I've done this before when we had this sheriff who had a security video of somebody peeing in a person's yard. And they're like, can you believe this? If you see this perp, let us know. Give us the information so we could put them behind bars or whatever. And I think all three of us had the same take when we were watching the video. We're like, this is a person who had an emergency.
Yeah.
When they were walking around, they were like, oh my God, like I'm actually going to pee myself.
And the security footage was of this person amongst the highest of bushes.
Mhm.
And it seemed, I think logically, that she was trying to find a place that was discreet because there was an emergency at hand. And
Thought
still
she was in a place where nobody would see her.
goes viral.
Yeah, it still goes viral because the homeowner releases security footage, and the sheriff in question was like, yeah, I got a woman peeing in a yard on a security video. Let me go with this. Leave that alone. Don't go back and get that audio. And now we got another
I already
one.
wrote down that you said you're going to pee yourself.
Damn it, man. Boston Marathon runner was caught pooping in a stranger's yard in a doorbell video, they say. And this person was in the 26.2-mile race, along with 30,000 other lunatics who like to run for fun. And they said,
Run for fun?
for at least one runner, it was simply too long, the 5 hours it may take without a background break. And you could see the marathon participant.
A bathroom break?
Standing in the far corner of somebody's front lawn, dropping their pants and squatting down. Once again, it's this woman who's doing this. And the runner goes to the bathroom, and a spectator accidentally goes back there and is like, whoa, runs into this person. Hey, what are you doing back here? And they stare at each other for about 20 seconds while the runner continues to squat and go to the bathroom. Once finished, the runner pulls everything back up and continues on with the marathon. And again, they're like, how dare you? Here's the security footage. Now, I don't want this to be open season for people going to the bathroom on my lawn. All right? I don't want that to happen. But can we at least...
I just went. That's so weird.
Can we at least acknowledge that emergencies happen, people? There are situations that arise where you go, oh my God, I can't get anywhere where I could properly go to the bathroom. You are screwed. And you have to go somewhere, otherwise you're going to go in your pants and you're running a marathon. That's not exactly a great time.
I, thank God, knock on wood, have not been in a situation like that before, in which I have no other choice but to defecate anywhere but a toilet.
Oh, I've been close. I've been real close a couple of times.
And that's when you are breaking multiple laws, speeding.
Yeah,
to
you
get back home.
Just absolutely haul ass and just try to get to the place where you can finally make yourself a little bit more comfortable. These people aren't criminals. They're in a terrible situation. For God's sake, I love this idea that we got to go after them.
Now, we have had in the news, though, malicious fecal distribution, where a town riddled, mysterious poop ending up multiple times a week.
Very different, though.
Correct.
That did not seem to be an emergency for the person involved.
No, they liked it.
Yeah. Have you, as an adult, Sealand, have you ever peed your pants?
Peed my pants?
Yeah.
I don't believe so, no.
Have you gone the other direction?
I got real close.
Have you?
No, I did say I got real close because I did get real close one time.
I told you guys when I got real close.
Was it recently?
No.
Oh,
But it was at work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that's the thing. This show is much like a marathon, We're like marathon runners here. And when we're talking, when we're doing the show like
that's
this.
stolen valor. That is stolen valor.
If we, much like marathon runners, are in the midst of an activity that doesn't allow us to go away, that can be insane. And all of the pressure builds and makes it even worse. If I know that I'm walking down a hallway and there's a bathroom at the end, I can have some sense of relief. But if I think there's no place to go in sight and I've got to do this, you're mortified by this. You're embarrassed by this happening to you. And the cops coming out and saying, we got to find this person is ridiculous. All right, let's work in a dispatch here. Let's see what you got going on where you are. Here's our friend Guitar Slinger with a dispatch.
Yeah, you got to watch out when you're on stage. I was coming around from the other side of the stage, and the bass player was swinging his neck around, and I walked right into it crotch first. Down I went. Set stopped. Yikes.
Yeah, that does not sound like a good time. I can only relate to that in terms of falling on the stage because I have done that. Sabrina has done that.
Oh, yeah.
Sea-Lion the last to have not fallen on stage.
I mean, at least for just okay.
Yeah. Oh, you've done it on other things where you've been on stage.
Maybe this year's your year, buddy.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't think I have. I know people who have.
I ate S.
Yeah, I hurt myself a little bit.
Did you have a microphone in hand?
I think I no, I
You were
don't. I
about
don't
to?
no, maybe I didn't. I laid there for a while though.
We used to tease this dude who was playing. And he was kind of drunk by this point. This was probably their last set of the night, and he was reaching down to turn the knob on one of his pedals and just.
Oh, right over?
Right
My
forward.
God. All right, we want to hear from you. What's going on in your world? What do you think about what we're talking about on the show? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. Here is I'm a PC chiming in.
So one of my teammates when I wrestled in high school, his nickname was Doobie. His last name was Dubois. He had one singular nut in high school because the other one exploded.
Oh, my God.
I can't imagine the pain on that because it got kicked and pretty much went pop. It was a martial arts accident. So shout out to you, Dubois. I hope you're not listening.
Yeah, it's going to be awkward if he is.
But if you are, man, one nut Dubois, good for you.
I didn't know that could happen. It can explode. Like a karate kick could explode the thing. Here is Dementos with a dispatch.
Yo, what's going on, News Junkie?
Hey! Yeah.
Hey, I haven't heard anything on the mainstream media, and I'm not really surprised, but have you seen that speech that Robert Kennedy Jr. gave when he came out and announced his bid for the presidency? It's pretty wild. I mean, the main thing I took away from it was that he was basically said that the CIA assassinated JFK. So, I didn't know if you guys heard it.
Well, it sounds
If you haven't,
crazy.
It's worth a listen. Check it out.
Yeah, thank you. Dementos, I know who you're talking about. Robert Kennedy Jr. is big into conspiracies.
Loves them. Isn't he a Q? Or no?
No. I think he's a Democrat. But he's like connected with some of those people because he's long been into the vaccine stuff, very anti-vaccine.
Okay.
And he has all kinds of other like conspiracy views. His wife, strangely enough, is Larry David's wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm. That is Robert Kennedy Jr.'s wife. Cheryl something?
Cheryl Hines.
Yeah, Cheryl Hines is
She was
his
a
wife.
local, I think.
Was she? She gets a lot of heat for being with him, which I always find to be weird. It's like, they're married. You don't have to ascribe everything that he says to her. And yeah, either way, just, leave her alone a little bit. But let's go to one more real quick. Here is Bong Night, Talking to God, it says.
Hey guys, when I hear people say that God is talking directly to them, that sort of puts a scare into me. I don't know about y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Vamos, Orlando.
You don't usually hear good things back after that. Like, I was talking to God and...
He's like, you're going to win the lottery.
Everybody gets free McDonald's today. It's usually like, I was talking to God and... bad thing. Insert bad thing here.
Well, I mean, he thinks it's good things. The particular person we're talking about, God told him not to get the vaccine. So, God told him to put in that part about cannabis users.
Right. Yeah. He listens directly to him for all the decisions at his particular establishments and bars, especially if you're going to have Bud Light or not. You got to talk to God about that. The man upstairs needs to know. When we come back, we're going to talk about an anonymous email that has come in. I want to read this. Plus, a woman says, my daughter has to see a doctor right now. Why? You're not going to believe the reason, but it's absolutely true. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Jamie King here, Fox 35 Storm Center. Forecast update as we approach midday for you on this Friday here in Central Florida. Warm temps, mid-80s for highs. Showers, maybe a few isolated storms developing after 2 or 3 p.m., though chances quite low today at about 20, maybe 30%. We've got a 30% chance of scattered showers and storms up to about 11 o'clock tonight. Lows down to 67. On our Saturday, hot highs at 90, 20% chance of rain, and 85, rain-free Sunday. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber, HOA and condo board members. Bring your community the fastest, most reliable fiber internet while saving up to 50%. With Blue Stream Fiber, your community gains a partner, not just another provider. Start the partnership at bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
Going to be a warm weekend in the Sunshine State. And if your air conditioning can't fight off that heat, if it's not working for you, if you're sweating inside your own home after a hard week's work, you need Mills Air. I strongly suggest you call them because they're great, they're fair, they're talented, and they can explain everything to you in a way that totally makes sense, even if you don't know anything about how air conditioning systems work. They have been in business since 1992, so for over 30 years, they've been treating people in Central Florida the right way and being fair with them. Their techs can service any brand out there, so don't worry about that. And Mills is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, so they can get you big rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today to schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hear that? That's the sound of someone experiencing Marco's new bold Magnifico pizzas. Enjoy 2 kinds of pepperoni on the Pepperoni Magnifico. Revel in Old World sausage on the new Sausage Magnifico. And rejoice in harmonious layers of savory pepperoni and sausage on the new Ultimate Magnifico. Try new Magnifico pizzas starting at $9.99 at Marcos.com. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it. Price and participation may vary. See store for details.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm, ooh, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Managing healthcare for yourself, your kids, your aging parents, it's a lot to keep track of everything. Now you have help. Welcome to Village Medical, a whole new kind of primary care that's a lot more caring.
Here, your doctor really gets to know your family's needs and coordinates all their visits, labs, even prescriptions. Plus, you can make same-day appointments or schedule video or at-home visits, all covered by most insurance. It sounds different because it is different. Go to villagemedical.com and become a patient today.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off all activewear for the whole family. But hurry, 50% off all activewear is one day only. This Saturday, only at Old Navy. Valid 4/22, excludes active in-store clearance, licensed baby.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates. It's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Whether you are spraying down the shop or getting winter's grime off your own home, a pressure washer from Northern Tool says you're serious about spring cleaning. From all-electric Power Horse to Honda-powered Northstar models, they've got the right machine for any type of clean. Northern Tool and Equipment, we're made for this.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
Stay one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is the News Junkie.
thenewsjunkie.com and anonymous emails. And it's about something we talked about this week. One of those things where it makes me shake my head and I go, all the things people are arguing about, oh my God, all of the things that politicians are bringing up, all of the things that people are screaming about on every single social media platform that they occupy their time with, all of the things. And we learned this week that 1 out of 3 kids going to public schools can't read. We learned that 1 out of 3 kids going to public schools can't read. It's worse in certain demographics, like for young black kids, it's almost 50% of these school-age students can't read. This is a travesty, and nobody's talking about that. Like, that should have been the bombshell of the week, with everybody going, hey, might be important that our kids going to school learn to read and or write, or hopefully both.
Well, if they ban all the books, then they have nothing to read.
That's what I'm thinking when I see this stuff. I'm like, people are arguing about the stuff that we have to teach or not teach in class. Some people want there to be more discussion about like gender stuff. Some people want to ban any book that has something they don't like, and all these idiots on either side of the aisle fighting over stuff. Can't we agree that the kids should learn to read and maybe that should be the focus? Shouldn't that be something a little bit more important? That's terrible. It's so god-awful bad, and you're raising a generation of people who are going to be just invalid in their human experience because they don't have simple skills they should have. So, I digress. Anonymous emails, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Good morning, they say. That's when they sent this email. Please keep me anonymous. I'm listening to your podcast from earlier this week regarding learning to read. I'm a school psychologist, and I see firsthand the systemic mess the school systems have made in teaching students to read. Part of my job is to evaluate students for learning disabilities. The revolution in reading is in response to the above podcast. They said there's a podcast called Sold a Story that explains what has happened to reading instruction in the schools and how to fix the problem. Emily Hanford, the woman who did the podcast, is an educational reporter who has been investigating and writing about this issue for almost a decade. I highly recommend you listen to the podcast. It's very enlightening. Any pressure that can be put on the school district to make these changes benefit our kids. Regards, Anonymous. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's like the least we could ask for, that kids learn to read. If you want kids to not be knocking over banks and doing donuts in the middle of the intersection, one good way to prevent that is to teach them how to read and write. so they can go out and seek some kind of either further education or a job that will keep them from doing those kind of things that mess up the overall social cohesion of everybody. It's wild, man. Wild that people are focused on everything else except for what seems to be the real problem. Let me know what you think. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com or send us a dispatch over on the website. I have had lots of different things that I have eaten over the years. I've tried many things from many different stores and many different restaurants and many different cuisines, but I don't think I've ever had this happen to me.
You never talk about it anymore. I think you just don't do it.
What?
Restauranting. Yeah.
No, I don't go as much as I used to, and I'm trying to eat a little better. And if you keep going out to restaurants all the time, you know as well as I do, man. The food at the restaurants, there's a reason why restaurants did not want to put the calories on their menus because everything is insane.
I'll tell you what, though, I was able to go to the fancy steakhouse and still keep my low-carb commitment.
It's a lot of math.
Yeah, you could do that. But do you think you could keep like a really low-calorie commitment going to some restaurants?
Yeah.
That's pretty hard.
Do people still count calories?
Well,
You'd be amazed.
Some people do. Some people go with that low-calorie diet. You try to get more exercise and stuff. And I'm trying to do that a little bit here. But when you go to like Hard Rock, for example, and you look at the menu, you'll be like, yeah, you know what? I'll get the Caesar salad. And then it says calories next to it, 1,500. And you go, what the hell?
I guess I'll just get lettuce, please.
Yeah, just give me lettuce, no dressing, no croutons.
I found it very fascinating before, our show started. So over 10 years ago, for me, I was at a corporate chain restaurant.
Yeah.
And in the front, a kiosk that people could use while they wait for their table to see all of the nutritional value being a loose word for every item. And it was part of the training process that I go through that one day and see that a potato wedge at 2,000 calories.
Yeah, there's so much stuff like that on those menus. You got to hide from that stuff. I've never had this happen to me. Maybe you guys have. They said a woman named Lauren says this happened to her when she went to a Walmart in Humble, Texas.
Yeehaw!
Sounds like a nice place. She got herself a package of pretzel bites there, and she said when she opened the pretzels, they didn't look like they were good anymore. But her daughter was already eating them, and she grabs them, and she goes, these pretzels are moldy. What the hell's going on with this? Her daughter had already eaten them, so she brings her daughter to the hospital because she had consumed this food. And she said, my daughter had to see a doctor. I'm never going back to this place again. She looked at the sell-by date, and the pretzels they were selling at the Walmart were expired 4 years ago.
Oh, my God.
Gone bad 4 years ago.
How did that end up?
It must have got, stuck behind the counter or something. They said regarding the situation of the Walmart, Lauren explains that she purchased the bag of pretzel bites 2 nights ago. She opens the bites, and she sees that there's mold everywhere. She said they were expired 4 years ago. I've never in my life had this happen to me. She said her daughter ate 4 of them, so she was worried and brought her, the 4-year-old, to the hospital. This has never happened to me, though I have eaten some expired food, and I know C-Lane dabbles.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
C-Lane dabbles in the area.
I used to buy expired food.
Yeah? What do you... I just smell stuff. That's what I've taken to do.
Test.
I will go by smell or maybe like a light taste.
Mm-hmm. Just a nibble.
So you see the milk was best by 2 days prior, but I'm like, it's not that bad. Let's do one more cereal bowl, and then tomorrow morning you'll be dumped out.
Then we'll get rid of it.
But I
for
did
good.
Huge spring cleaning a couple months ago, and I went into the cabinets of the spices and the pantry, and I looked through all of it, and some of the stuff that I had, I was so ashamed of myself.
It was old?
This 5 years for stuff that I never touched because I don't really cook all that much. But I'm like, now I look like this is a brand new home and I need to get more groceries. But I can't believe that I just kept these things for aesthetics.
Yeah.
Essentially, because 5 years expired. It was no longer the product that I once bought.
Yeah, well, like you said, it's just filling the cabinet, right? You're not going in there a lot. You're like, who cares if this thing... And then when you go through, you go, God almighty, what a mess. Courtney will stop me half the time. I was, the other day, I was like, is this bread any good? And she's like, oh, no. We got to throw that out. It's been expired for a while. We got to get rid of that bread. And I'm like, it's bread. Can I still eat it?
Does it have mold on it?
It didn't look moldy, but it was really solid. It was like hardened into one like really cohesive loaf.
Where was it?
It was just in the pantry. But I had stopped eating the bread with sandwiches that I was making. I had gone to making a wrap every day after the show. And
big changes,
huge changes in my life.
Lawson.
And then I just left it there, and it was just it was too old for me to eat. Apparently,
yeah. I don't mind stuff that's a little close to the expiration or maybe over it.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, that's a hard no.
Yeah, right when it goes to that date, done.
Even if it's close to the date. But the other thing that she gets annoyed that I do is I feel like I shouldn't, if there's food that's bad in our fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the farthest from trash day, I just leave it in the fridge.
Yeah, because you don't want it to be sitting in the trash.
Exactly. I don't want it to sit in the trash, and then now it's going to start smelling, and no. And she's like, "Why do you put stuff back in the fridge?"
Somebody just said over on Discord, no expired milk or yogurt, but the rest are fair game, says Bad Fish on Discord. Milk is okay. If it's a little lumpy, a little clumpy, you just shake it real hard. You shake that milk.
That is so gross.
And then
like a maraca.
Yeah,
like a milk maraca.
And if you get a chunk or two while you're down in some of your milk, it's like a treat. It's like a little extra special thickened curd for you to down while you're drinking this stuff.
How do you feel saying something like that out
disgusted.
loud?
I'm vile.
I'm about to throw up.
Let's go over to you. Your dispatches are rolling in. We expect nothing but the best
Went
for
for
you
a glass
today.
of milk and ended up with cottage cheese.
It's that's gross, man.
That's so nasty.
I love cottage cheese. I do, but I can get turned off sometimes. Like you open it up, you know how it gets a little watery after a while, and you're supposed to
you have to stir it.
You stir it up, scoop it together. But
same thing with the sour cream.
Yeah, sour cream too. When it separates like that, and you get that like sour cream water in there, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Here is the drunken mailman is talking about controlling yourself when you have to go to the bathroom.
Hey, news junkies! Happy Friday and through the rest of the weekend.
Right into it.
Hey, take it from me. I'm outside all the time. I'm nowhere near a public bathroom quite often. You know, what you got to do is you got to become master of your BH. You know, you got to be able to control what's going on.
I don't have the power.
I've also found that if you get a situation where you do have to really go so really bad and it feels like the dam is about to burst, if you can hold it and push through that wall and that urge and suck it all back in, it kind of goes away and you're kind of good for the rest of the day. Okay. Until you can get to that toilet.
Buddy, that is not good.
Unleash hell. Wiggle, wiggle.
I think the feeling that you're feeling is something that you're supposed to be feeling.
Yeah. It's your body saying it's
a medical reason.
Time to evacuate.
Yeah, and if you go, look, I kept it in, and my body forgot that I had to go to the bathroom. It's like, this is doing some bad to you right now.
There was some woman who went viral for her Naked and Afraid stint, and she had not used the bathroom, had a bowel movement for, I think it was like 20-something days.
20 days?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And they're like, we'll take you out for one day, and she wanted to go back. She's like, just get this out of me, and I want to go back in the game.
What's it like after that? Is it like a cinder block, or, I mean...
I imagine it's at her throat.
It must be.
Point.
Didn't Cartman do that one time where he really saved one up? And
I thought that was. I thought that was Randy Marsh was trying to get for the record.
I think it was. I think it might have been.
They measured it in curricks.
Oh God. Okay, let's go in another direction here, please. Here's Ray B with the dispatch.
Good morning, news junkies, and happy Friday.
Good afternoon.
That's
Good
how
weekend.
you guys. I listen to you guys every day. Love what you do. Love the show. Love all the stuff you talk about. But I especially like when you guys talk about. Let me rephrase that. Attempt to talk about sports. I've never heard three people so clueless about sports in my life.
How dare
you? I love it, especially three people that work in the media. But I love it. You guys make me laugh. You make me crack up when I'm driving around in my truck. I love it. Keep up the good work.
He loves it. Does he love it?
Sean, Philadelphia Liberty Bells.
I love it.
You guys are great. Keep it up. And happy Friday. Happy weekend.
Thank you, Ray B. Oh, wow. He zapped us right out.
Scotty, beam me up.
That was the best outro I think I've heard.
That was something else. Forget wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop. Use that now. Back in just a moment with you. Send us your dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, there is more problems with this swatting stuff. I want to get into that at some point. But there is a man who's in big trouble because he stole money from the town he works for. It's all about what he spent that money on that makes this a story that definitely deserves to be on this show. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads, a few delays, some due to incidents like the intersection of Boggy Creek and Narcoossee roads. Also, OBT northbound between John Young Parkway and American Boulevard. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 at this time, east and westbound, approaching State Road 535. But north and southbound lanes of the Greenway are clear. Northbound lanes of the Turnpike are clear, but southbound lanes are experiencing heavy delays in Lake County after exit 289. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by J&M Roofing.
At J&M Roofing, you can finance your new roof for as little as $139 a month. Call J&M Roofing, 321-972-6952. J&M Roofing, under the umbrella. Florida license number CCC 1331951.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, from thatmortgageguyDon.com, is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family. That's right. Every Saturday morning right here on Real Radio 104.1, you can listen to him and his crew answer your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're busy on Saturday mornings, don't you worry. You can listen to all the informative episodes, over 180 to be exact, right there on that mortgageguyDon.com, or of course wherever you download podcasts. Just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Now that Mortgage Guy Don, he's pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business. He's explaining the real mortgage process to you because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. He's not going to treat you like a number. He's going to treat you like a friend. And when it comes to his website, very easy to navigate through. A good friend has chock full of information, but if you have any question, you have direct access to him right there on the website. Get the process started today. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Spring into savings with our inventory at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get behind the wheel of your new Nissan, like the Altima, Rogue, or Titan. Buy today and make no payments for 6 months. Plus, trade in your old car for $5,000 over book value. Click OrlandoNissan.com. With approved credit, interest accrues from time of delivery.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall. There's only one Mo you should call. The Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
They say the best bourbons are those with a tradition of quality, the ones that carry a rich history and the potential for a bolder future. At Wild Turkey, we've made our bold, pre-prohibition style bourbon for over 100 years without once compromising our quality or our spirit. In other words, we stuck to our roots without getting stuck in our ways. And we can't think of a better tradition than that. Wild Turkey Bourbon. Trust your spirit. Copyright 2023. Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
Ah, what a day to be a Florida tomato. Sunny, warm. Ooh, and expected afternoon showers. I am feeling so fine. You say tomato, I say, what the?
Florida tomatoes. They're ripe for the picking. So look for fresh from Florida tomatoes where you shop and support our state. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 22nd. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Calling all weekend warriors. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Tijuana Flats, get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your Tex-Mex favorites like Dos Tacos, burritos, and more. Enjoy 2 for 20 weekends for a limited time. Only at Tijuana Flats.
Stop on by Mazda at the Daytona Auto Mall today at I-95 and LPGA, or shop online at DaytonaMazda.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is the News Junkie.
Over me. This is insane, but it's true. It's absolutely true. I used to think that the idea that somebody might commit a crime and you're the victim of that crime, and then you would get an attraction for that person in some way or have a liking for that person who was the criminal in the situation.
Are you saying like when somebody who was kidnapped falls in love with the kidnapper?
Yes, exactly.
What is that syndrome called?
Stockholm syndrome, because
basically Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it is. There was a bank robbery in Stockholm where all of this started, and these people were holding a bunch of people from the bank ransom in the vault, I believe. And they said, these people started to identify with the bank robbers and became friendly with them. And the truth in that case was that they didn't really become friends with the bank robbers. They just were dealing with the situation the best they could and lying to the bank robbers to kind of make them feel more comfortable. And it exploded into this whole thing where people were like, Stockholm Syndrome. If somebody kidnaps you, you're going to fall in love with them. And mostly that is BS, right? Mostly that is not a thing that actually occurs. But it does happen sometimes. In this story about this lady out of Texas, she's 73 years old.
No.
Her name's Becky Brown. And Becky Brown was carjacked by 2 dudes last Tuesday when she was sitting outside of her home charging her phone. It's 11:30 p.m. And they said for 2 hours they were trying to wire cash out of her account using her phone app. And during the ordeal, they listened to jazz together on the radio. So
I mean,
they
how do you
robbed
not
them.
fall in love with somebody you listen to jazz with?
Yeah, you get your jazz on with these guys. Eventually, they drove to a nearby Wells Fargo, and they forced her to pull $2,000 from the ATM. And she says she would visit this guy in jail. She would visit these robbers because she said, they were so sweet. There was this kindness to them. I really will just love them.
Bad.
She's like, I fell in love with them. I think they're so great. And you're like, lady, for God's sake, they carjacked you and robbed you. And you like these people all of a sudden?
Maybe it's She's lonely.
She might be. She had nobody outside of her house with her, charging her phone at 11:30 at night.
It's a weird level of empathy that's like, they only did this because they had to.
Right. And deep inside, they're sweet, sweet people.
They didn't hurt me. They just, traumatized me for the rest of my days.
I think this is not unlike, guys do this in a very, very, it's a common thing. That guys will go to, let's say, a strip club or something, and they'll be like, "I'm going to rescue this stripper.
You don't have to do this anymore, baby.
I'm here to save you, baby." And the stripper's like, "Bitch, I make more money than you.
You better have a lot of money.
You better
a
be
lot of
And
money."
the reason why I have a lot of your money, sir, is because of the way that I'm speaking with you and giving you that attention. And then you have these guys who fall in love with the stripper. And then they get really jealous when they're doing the same thing to the customer next to them.
Yeah, it's like, this is how you met me. But guys want to save strippers. It's the thing that they do.
The strippers, I mean, they're not completely, out of blame for this because they
play into it.
Yeah,
Play into what?
They do the same thing.
Customer service.
They go to you and go, "All these other guys are pretty lame. You seem cool."
I only dance with the coolest guys in the room. But I think that this happens with people who are fixer-uppers, people who want to fix other people. Have you ever had a friend that they would always date somebody and they seemed attracted to people who were like broken souls? And they were like, no, I can fix this person. And I can make them better and make them like fit the mold that I'm looking for. If the person's a drug addict or a violent person or whatever, don't worry. I'll put this back together. I'll put the pieces back together. I think that's what this lady is. I think she's like, oh, they're not all bad. They're very sweet people. But listen to this report. I think this is her story
Only
here.
on 13 now, a warning from a 73-year-old woman who says that she saved her life just by remaining calm during a strange but pretty dangerous robbery.
Yeah, 20-year-old Andre Williams' bond was set today at $300,000
Damn.
on aggravated kidnapping and robbery charges. But his partner in crime is still on the run.
Our Pooja Lodia joining us now, showing us how the woman was kidnapped.
I want to hear from the
And Pooja,
lady.
do I have this right? Why she says she's probably going to visit the suspects in jail.
Yeah, she wants to visit them. The guys who carjacked her and made her get money out of the ATM. I want to go see those guys.
That is right, Jonathan. And really, her attitude throughout this entire situation has really been something that I think a lot of us have to learn from. Her big message to everybody who is watching is this one. If you are involved in a robbery, do not try to fight back, just try to remain calm. The whole thing happened very late last Tuesday evening. She was actually sitting in her car right here in front of her apartment, just charging her phone, not expecting anything to happen when two young men approached.
By the way, isn't that a little weird? Why are you sitting in your car charging your phone?
Because she's 80 years old.
She's 73 years old.
73 years old.
But why wouldn't she, if you have a charger, why wouldn't you just bring it in your house and charge it in your house? You got to charge your phone. It only charges in your car? That doesn't make any sense to me. Unless you don't, she didn't have like one of those little.
She was in front of her house?
Yeah, she was in front of her apartment in the car at 11:30 charging her phone in the car. Maybe she didn't have one of those like little plugs that you put in, that you put the USB in it, or
Maybe she lost the house charger and only has the car one.
And or she's 73 and she doesn't know that you could just plug it into your computer or any other thing like that.
God.
Yeah, she's wasting her time at the car.
Thinking about my junk drawer right now, and I have like 40 of those little adapters.
Yeah,
and
comes with
that
every phone you get.
We wouldn't have been talking about this had her grandchild given her a couple of those.
Yeah, but she would be upset because now she met these great guys that robbed her.
They actually don't come with the phones anymore.
They don't?
Yeah, the phone's the same price, and they're like, to be greener, we're going to stop including the charger.
But here's all the plastic around the rest of the phone.
I like how they can't just say, we're not going to give you the charger, dummy. They're like, to be more environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the phone part, though?
When he leaned in,
Here she
showed
is.
me the knife and said, "We don't want to hurt you." And at the same time, the other guy opened that door all the way.
Becky Brown was trapped in her car.
I really don't think they would have killed me, but I was concerned, is he going to take that knife out and slash my face or slash my arm?
How big was that knife?
No, really, it was an 8-inch blade.
Jesus.
And it was something called a 3D, I just learned this, a 3D serrated edge. I just felt that if I were to remain calm, they would stay calm.
Okay, I understand that part. Like, if somebody robs you, stay calm. That's cool. That makes sense. If you're at a bank, to go back to that example, chill out, don't be crazy, don't freak out. That makes sense. I just don't see being buddies with the person who's put me in that position.
And I'm here and I'm alive.
For 2 hours, she says the young men stayed in her car. They even listened to jazz music together. They were trying to transfer money through apps on her phone, but security settings kept getting in the way. Becky even called her bank.
The Wells Fargo gentleman said, "Are you alone?" I am not stupid. I'm not going to say I might be killed. He said, because I hear the noise. I said, no, I'm sitting out here in my car. I got the windows rolled down.
She was trying to get that money.
Transfers failed. They got a new idea. Making Becky drive less than a mile away to
I had a whole
Wells
day of
Fargo.
this.
Yeah, I almost feel like Becky came up with the idea. She's like, oh, guys, I know a way I could get you some money.
I know.
I feel for Becky, man. It seems like she has all the great intentions.
Yeah, she has a big heart. I get it. I just cannot see myself doing the same thing. She wants to visit these guys in jail that put her through this whole thing.
She could pay for their bond.
She might go back to that Wells Fargo.
Withdrew $2,000 from the ATM and handed it right over.
I'm walking back to the car, and the thing that the guy who brandished the knife said, he said, I wish I could have helped you, but I couldn't go up to that machine with you.
And with that, she drove back home, letting out the 2 men at her gate before calling police.
See you later.
I had shared earlier about I'll be at a lot better health and be able to do music festivals and street fairs. So when
music festivals.
Is she in
look at her shirt. Come on.
She in some cool band or something?
She's gonna go pop some Molly.
I think this is like the lady who runs a little vendor booth at music festivals. That's the vibe I'm
got
getting.
out of my car, the last thing the guy who'd never said anything up to this point said to me, go to your music festivals. If he were to go to jail, I would go visit him. Yeah, I would go visit him.
Weird, man. Would you do the same
feel
thing?
for her.
Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch. Yeah, to be clear, like, she's not doing anything wrong. She's just a very kind person. But I don't know that they deserve the kindness that she's giving them right now.
You know, you never know, though, because of the kindness that she's showing, they could be, released from jail, their sentencing, and right before they go to do that again, they're like, remember Betty.
Right.
Becky.
Yeah, that could.
What's her name?
Becky was her name. Is her name. But that definitely could be something that sticks with them. And when they feel like doing something like this again, they're like, no, there's other good people out there. Maybe it works.
Polar opposite of other stories we heard this week where a teenager knocks on the wrong door and gets shot in the head.
A guy sees a basketball going to his property and guns down a 6-year-old. And then in this case, the lady's like, oh, they're good boys. At their heart, they're very, very good boys. Let's see here real quick. Let's work in a couple of dispatches. Here is Joshua. He's chiming in.
Good afternoon, junkies.
Hey.
When I first got out of boot camp and went to my first duty station for the military,
the whole station
my boot camp buddies and I went to a strip club, and one of my friends fell in love like almost immediately.
Yep.
And took the stripper home that night and came back the next day to our barracks and said, I'm in love. I want to marry this girl.
You know what else I bet this guy said a lot? You guys just don't understand.
I don't get it. It's different.
It's a deep connection that we have. You guys just don't understand.
I'm in love and I don't care who knows it.
And Cordy always tells me the story about when she got broken up with the first time, or she had somebody who she was with and they broke up. And she did the thing with her parents that so many young kids did where you're like, you guys just don't understand. Did you say this to your parents?
I'll never love again.
Didn't you do that too?
Yeah, I've done it too. I think most people have. At some point in time, like, you have that thing where your first heartbreak, you say to your parents, you're like, you guys just don't understand. And your parents are like, really?
Yeah, we do.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
We've gone through a whole life. We've done a whole bunch of things. We don't understand this? I guarantee he was saying that a bunch. All right, back to him real quick.
And he ended up getting orders to Japan. And didn't show up for the shipping date.
No.
He wanted to run away and marry the stripper.
Isn't that going AWOL?
It's a true story.
Deserter.
FYI, I'm not the friend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right, I believe you. Thank you, Joshua.
Joshua, we need a part 2, man. We'll like and follow. I want to know what happened to this guy. You can't just not show up for that because you're in love with a stripper.
Yeah, you get in big trouble. What happened to him, Joshua? Give us a follow-up. The
Can you
regularly
imagine
requested follow-up.
married with 4 kids now?
Yeah, and
beautiful family.
And it was true love. It actually worked out for him. Let us
She's
know
an
what you
investment
think.
banker now.
Yeah.
Go send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Real quick. C-Lane, we got to be on top of the ball here. I haven't mentioned this yet.
Oh, I want to be on the ball.
On purpose. Well, he's going to be the one that shuts this whole thing down.
Oh,
no, there's only 40 shirts left. So those are probably going to go in the next hour or so, would be my guess, especially now that I'm mentioning it. There are 40 shirts left. The new design is available at getskywall.com. If you want the This Week in Florida shirt, available in green, blue, and pink, they all look killer. It comes with a magnet for Game of Magnets. If you've never had a magnet, this is the Pac-Man magnet. It's a cool design. You can see that as well at getskywall.com. It's on a super soft shirt. It's a great way to support the show. And trust me, you are going to love this. Everybody who buys one of these shirts when we do a design drop, it's like, this is my favorite, most comfortable shirts that I have in my closet. But there are only 40 left, and we have to make sure that we catch that number so that we don't go over. It's really important that we do that. So if you want to get one of these shirts of this design, this is the last call for you to do so. There are only 40 left, and they're probably selling as the words are coming out of my mouth right now. Go to getskywall.com, nab the one that you're looking for, and then these will all start going into production next week and then shipping very shortly after. You'll have them before you know it. Thank you so much to everybody for all your orders. It has been an insanely successful design, and that's why we're right here at the finish line, just 40 shirts away from a sellout. And if you're missing out on this, you're on the wrong side of things here. You got to go over to the website, getskywall.com, and buy yours while you can. Okay, real quick, I teased this, so let me pay this off. An Ohio official is now in trouble for spending public money on things that weren't so public.
All right.
They say a former Vinton Township fiscal
spends it on his
officer.
privates?
No, weirder, I think. They used public money to buy kayaks, hot tubs, a popcorn cart, a drum set, a snow cone machine, a CPR mannequin.
What does he live in, a frat house?
2 snow owls and a wildebeest.
What?
He bought all of those things.
He's actually planning on drilling every item to a wall to have his own TGI Fridays.
He's right there. Cy Viersta was sentenced to 59 months in prison after pleading guilty to theft in office. He was ordered to pay back $340,000. He spent $4,116 on the wildebeest, which is not a bad deal for a wildebeest.
Pretty solid wildebeest deal.
That seems pretty cheap to me.
A pup?
I don't know. It just says on the wildebeest. $4,963.
It's not a live wildebeest, is it?
I think it is, yeah. They're live. And the almost $5,000 was on snow owls that he bought. He opened the Union Ridge Wildlife Center, a private zoo and Airbnb rental in the area, and he was using this to stock his zoo with new animals.
Is that to be open to the public, and that's eventually gaining profit for
No, it's his own private zoo.
Is the popcorn machine, just for his patrons?
It's all for this Airbnb he has. The property included chimps, monkeys, tigers, lemurs, and other exotic animals at this place. And they said the animals are all headed to an accredited sanctuary in the state of Florida. So they knew something was going on, found out this guy had swindled his way through $340,000.
What are the hot tubs for? Is that for the Airbnb?
For the Airbnb? I think he was just stocking this place, trying to make it as good as he possibly could. And now he's in big trouble as a result. All right, grab those last shirts. A couple of them have sold just as I was talking about this. Let me just say. All right, so there's 37 more right now, and then we're done. People are checking out right now. So go on your phone or your desktop to getskywall.com, and then we're going to shut this down in just probably this hour or so. Getskywall.com and get the last few. When we return, we got to get to these swatting attacks that continue to happen, how we can shut this down, how many threats there has been this year. That's a crazy number, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? Hopefully you're off to a great weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads, a few delays, some due to incidents like the intersection of Boggy Creek and Narcoossee roads. Also, OBT northbound between John Young Parkway and American Boulevard. Of course, your usual delay on I-4 at this time, east and westbound, approaching State Road 535. But north and southbound lanes of the Greenway are clear. Northbound lanes of the Turnpike are clear, but southbound lanes are experiencing heavy delays in Lake County after exit 289. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news from the state of Florida. It's blueberry season! Fresh from Florida has the ripe, sweet blueberries you've been craving for cobblers, pancakes, and all your favorite homemade recipes. And best of all, buying fresh from Florida is a great way to support local farmers and jobs in our communities. You can find locally grown Florida blueberries in stores now. Just look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
Result of negotiations not guaranteed. Not available in all states. Approximate discounts of up to half before our fees based on an average enrolled debt and results.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 800-500-6135. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes, and we could save you thousands and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk to call now. 800-500-6135. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates for free now and see how much money you could save. Call 800-500-6135. 800-500-6135.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 22nd. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Earth Month sale. We want to help inspire you to live a more sustainable life at home.
Oh, how?
We've got savings on faucets that can help conserve water, energy-efficient appliances, and more. It's good for your home and your wallet.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of good.
And with all the offers from our spring sale, you can save even more. Hurry into your local IKEA store or go to IKEA-USA.com/EarthMonth before the sale ends. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics.
You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had. This is the News Junkie.
I tell you, I even just stand up, and you people on chat go with weird conspiracies, all sorts of nonsense.
What's the conspiracy now?
This wasn't a conspiracy. There was a conspiracy that I'm in a wheelchair. That is one conspiracy that is going around.
You just got up.
I know. I just got up, and they start talking about it, and they go, "Oh, Sean has legs." And then Jeremy on YouTube says, "So does Sean wear skinny jeans?" Dude, you're my age. We're too old for skinny jeans.
What, is he supposed to wear flares?
I'm not wearing skinny jeans. Are these skinny jeans? They're just regular jeans.
Can you stand up?
I don't think they're skinny
I don't
jeans.
think they're skinny jeans. Look, are these skinny jeans?
No.
They're normal.
A little close to the calf there.
They just don't fit that well. That's the problem.
Yeah.
A little secret between you two and me. Huge hole in the crotch of these things.
Oh.
Huge hole.
So it's all, you're just dangling.
No. It's just like, it's a fissure. It's not completely like a hole that you can put something through.
It's not an opening.
Yeah, it's very
one wrong move.
Yeah,
it's more of a vent.
One
than a
split,
hole.
and this thing is going to pop open, and these things are absolutely done for. I take my jeans right to the end of their lifespan, though.
I'm the same exact way, and then I have a pile of jeans that I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try something new. I need another pair.
Yeah.
And then I try them on. I'm like, this looks like crap.
Yeah, I know. You get the ones that you like, and then it's like, that is your uniform.
And I can't find them anywhere ever again.
Yeah, and these ones don't fit me. Courtney hates when I wear the pair that I'm wearing now, I think. I think these are the ones, because they're too long for me, and they're like baggy at the bottom. And I just refuse to get rid of them. all I need to do is go to the website with the other jeans and buy like 5 pairs, but I just don't do it. And get out of here with your skinny jeans. These are not skinny jeans. It's just regular ass jeans, I think. Big Doug Millionaire says, Sean's jeans are so tight, if he farts, he'll blow his Converses off. No. I'm okay over here. Let me be behind the desk here doing the show.
That would be a weird trick, though.
Yeah, I would. I'll try it. I'll see if I can pull that off.
Yeah, go ahead. Fart.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
Right on the show. There is a lot to get to here, and I want to get to your dispatches momentarily. But we talk about swatting on the show. And if you don't know what swatting is, that's when usually an anonymous person online will call 911 and send the police with the idea that there's some emergency going on, like a murder has occurred or somebody's got a gun and they're threatening to shoot the cops when they come. The cops show up to the house. The person inside has no idea what's happening. They're just greeted by like a SWAT team or something, and they have to explain, oh, look, everything's fine here. I think somebody online just did a fake call to 911. It seems like we could really easily fix this situation by shutting down the ability to place anonymous phone calls to 911. But we haven't done that. We haven't solved this problem or some of the other problems, like all those stupid spam calls that you get. For some reason, we let this happen over and over again. But with all this in mind, it's interesting to see just how many times this has happened so far this year alone. And the Educator School Safety Network, a nonprofit organization, says this school year alone, there have been 401 swatting attacks on schools. That's just on schools this happened. No state in the United States has been spared, and most of the calls are computer generated. So just like we played the one the other day, which was done with AI, these ones are done by a fake voice usually. It's somebody putting in a script, and the 911 operators tried their best to filter these out, but there's been a huge uptick in these. And you get people who get targeted. If you're a lol cow, you might not know what that is. You might not be as online as I am. That is when sites like Kiwi Farms or there's another forum that does this. I don't want to mention that one because it's really bad.
4chan.
No, that's not the hacker 4chan. But they get their sights on you, and they start to follow you around on social media and everything you do, and they chronicle everything that's going on, and then they harass you. And they'll do this stuff like swatting you, swatting your family members, swatting your grandparents, and all sorts of terrible stuff. It's just stunning to me.
Joke's on them. I don't have any grandparents.
The grandparents are already dead in my case, too. But it's so wild when we have problems, to me, that seem like an easy fix. Stopping school shootings, right? Not an easy fix. No matter what you want to say, if you want to say like ban all guns or whatever, it's just not an easy fix. Stopping mass shootings, not an easy fix. You know, people do this for all sorts of different reasons. Do you know they just released why the guy who did the mass shooting at the bank did that whole thing? He said in a manifesto, this guy, he wanted to prove how easy it was for somebody with mental issues like himself to get a weapon and prove that we should have better gun laws. And also, he wanted
by killing people.
Yeah, he wanted to take his own life, and so he said, I'm going to do it this way to try to make some sort of point. These people have all sorts of weird-ass motivations, and it's really hard to stop that stuff. But it doesn't seem hard to stop people from anonymously calling 911. It's a key thing in our lives, an important system, and people shouldn't be able to exploit that. God, if we could fix that, and if we could fix all the spam calls that you get on your cell phones, we've at least done something as a country in the last decade or so. We need this, and I hope we can get a win on that one. Meanwhile, in New York, the great state of New York,
Big Apple,
the New York Board of Regents has now banned public schools in the Empire State from using Native American mascots, as schools across the country have eschewed indigenous imagery for their school spirit.
Priorities.
On a unanimous vote, the board enacted a new policy that will require any public schools that have a Native American mascot to change it by the end of next year. Schools that wish to keep their mascot must receive approval from a Native American group. Mascots that include...
I like that. I like they're like, well, we really want to keep Chief Running Water as the mascot of PS 148.
Yep, better go get approval.
We need to go call the local tribe.
And if they do approve it,
yeah,
that's
great. Fine. And the thing that I hate about this is if you go full bore, like you can't use a Native American mascot, or you can't use that as the Warriors can't be the name of your team, or the Raiders, or the Tomahawks, or the Chiefs, or the Indians. You can't use any of these names. Then you know what you're doing?
What?
You're whitewashing history to get rid of any tributes to Native Americans in the United States. As long as you're not doing that in a negative way, if you're the Chiefs or the Raiders and you have a positive imagery of Native Americans, that's a good thing. But they just go, baby out with the bathwater, and let's stop all of this from happening. And they said in a series of tweets, the New York-based Oneida Indian Nation said it supported the decision and said the tribe would not approve of any request from schools that wish to keep their Native American themed mascot.
I mean, if they say no, then they say no.
Yeah, this is one group. This is what happens in the Native American world. You got like the bigger tribes that will go to a university like FSU, and they'll go, "We got you." You know, somebody comes after you, we'll stand up and say, no, this is fine. We like that they're doing this as a tribute to us. And, hey, you want to make a donation to the tribe? We might like that as well. Yeah. We might be okay with that. And so some of the groups are against it, some of them aren't. It just seems like a stupid thing to focus too much time on to me. We want to know what you think, though. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? In news we don't need but now have, an adult toy company has revealed its top celeb sex doll requests.
Oh, my.
And it's weird. The creators behind Stranger Things have developed a new show, and it may be the strangest of all the things. Plus, if you ever wondered how much Eddie Van Halen's guitar from Hot for Teacher is worth, I've got the number. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Jamie King here, Fox 35 Storm Center. Forecast update as we approach midday for you on this Friday here in Central Florida. Warm temps, mid-80s for highs. Showers, maybe a few isolated storms developing after 2 or 3 p.m., though chances quite low today at about 20, maybe 30%. We've got a 30% chance of scattered showers and storms up to about 11 o'clock tonight. Lows down to 67. On our Saturday, hot highs at 90, 20% chance of rain, and 85, rain-free Sunday. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Daytona Beach.
Ocean breeze, tropical beach. An air freshener can make your car smell like paradise. A drive to Daytona Beach will actually get you there. Beach on. Plan your trip today at DaytonaBeach.com.
Hi, can I take your order? Yeah. Can I get one order of the Florida sweet corn and ricotta fritters? Sorry, that's not on our menu. Okay. Well, just one Florida blueberry cobbler then. Where are you seeing these? Follow freshfromflorida.com. Follow freshfromflorida.com has easy recipes for in-season local produce. That's amazing. Right? On second thought, no fast food for me today. Find seasonal recipes made with Florida ingredients at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Ocean Bank is coming to Orlando. So we decided to bring you a break from the commercial break. Take this time to dream about how you would grow your business with Ocean Bank. Visit us at oceanbank.com. Ocean Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
And now, everybody who's fueled by your local Circle K. There's flower shop owners, neighborhood bakers, awesome food truck sandwich makers, gearheads, mighty motorheads, farmers and their farmsteads, life-saving physicians and head-banging musicians, that guy who helped you change your spare, and rock star nurses. The people we rely on every day are fueled by Circle K every single day. Fueled by Circle K.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Wawa's new Rechargers are handcrafted energy drinks to help you power through your day. Made the way you want, iced or frozen, with natural sources of caffeine. Get energy for every day. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hear that?
That's the sound of someone experiencing Marco's new bold Magnifico pizzas. Enjoy 2 kinds of pepperoni on the Pepperoni Magnifico. Revel in Old World sausage on the new Sausage Magnifico. And rejoice in harmonious layers of savory pepperoni and sausage on the new Ultimate Magnifico. Try new Magnifico pizzas starting at $9.99 at Marcos.com. Marcos. Pizza lovers, get it. Price and participation may vary. See store for details.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 weekends at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 full-sized entrees, a large dip and chips, and 2 drinks for just $20. Friday through Sunday. Smack my and call me Sally for a limited time only at Tijuana Flats.
Did you know your completely free iHeartRadio app is also your home for hit podcasts? New for you this week, check out On Purpose with Jay Shetty, discussing philosophy, life, and conversations with the biggest stars in the world. Listen today on your free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio. Do bank closures, inflation rate hikes, and the roller coaster of the market frighten you as much as it does me? You need to call Oxford Gold. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call, and you pick the precious metals. That's it. You now own real precious metals. Call Oxford Gold today and learn more about the 1, 2, 3 protection plan at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the News Junkie.
The next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Hey, if you miss any of this show, be sure to get the podcast. It's 100% free, and whatever platform you listen on is fine. Hopefully, it's iHeartRadio.
Yeah, I think you still have a chance to win $5,000.
Yeah,
there, right?
If you listen live on there, you could get $5,000. Or if you listen after, you can listen with the links over at thenewsjunkie.com. So go grab those now. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I guess I got to stop masturbating at McDonald's now.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey!
You said it never happens.
Thank you, Christopher, for being transparent.
One time. That's 1 out of 365.
The Eagle one happened last week.
Someone in chat, mark the calendar so we know how long until C-Lane posts his own clip again, right?
This was the day, folks.
I've been counting for a while.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com and the Home Loans Radio Show. Every weekend you can get your questions answered live. And, of course, every day, nighttime, daytime, midday, you can go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. It was 30 years ago, 1993. This show right here premiered on CBS.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
That is correct.
Yes.
I was going to make a really bad joke, and you saved me from that.
I knew it was some sort of Wild West thing.
I want to hear the bad joke.
You can unscramble eggs. Something like that. I was going to dance around it.
Oh, Chuck Norris.
I told you it was bad. Chuck Norris is...
That's not bad. Make an offensive joke.
I like that one.
It ran for 8 seasons. The, I guess, new version that premiered. Did we know that?
I didn't
Walker?
watch that one. My dad used to watch it, though.
No, there's a new one
So
called...
it killed him. What?
Why'd you make it weird, man?
We used to...
I didn't make it weird.
We used to tease this girl on the school bus because she was from Texas. We called her Walker, Texas Ranger. Because when you're that young... Your bullying is not clever.
No,
There's nothing
bullying.
funny about it.
They called me Sabrina Aspra.
Very clever.
Lame like Lane.
Still made me cry. Someone is crying, but happy tears because they are now the new owner of one of these guys' guitar from this music video.
Oh, Van Halen.
Van Halen is right, and Hot for Teacher the guitar that was used for that video sold for a lot more than was expected. Would you like to give her a guess?
Eddie Van Halen, is he dead?
He is dead. He died in 2020.
That's good.
No.
I mean, not.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Not good at all.
Good for the value of the guitar.
It's sad he died.
I think that's a pretty collectible guitar. I'm going to say...
it came with something else.
Oh, what came with it?
It came with the straight jacket, not to be confused with the gay jacket, and gloves that he wore at the end of the video.
All right. I think that's $10,000.
Okay, so you don't want to ruin the game, but that's ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because
it's more than that or less than that?
Way more than that.
Oh, okay. Well, you're giving him clues now. This isn't fair.
All right. I'm going to go $10,500.
I knew
All
he was
right,
going to
both
do
of you
this.
guys.
Winner!
Very, very low. It
Give me the points!
went for more than $3.9 million.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It went for $4 million.
And who was closer?
Well, I guess Christopher, so you get
unbelievable.
You get a point.
Right
And it was in June of 2020, shortly before Eddie Van Halen died. It was Kurt Cobain's unplugged guitar that sold for a record $6 million, and this is the closest thing to that.
Damn.
So congratulations to the very rich bidder. Someone who did not whip out a guitar, but instead his penis.
Oh,
Designers, right. Oh
I saw
my
the story.
God.
That's the only way I know this.
I was about to say. Yeah, he's having some issues, mental health issues to be exact, and a struggle so much that he exposed himself on an international flight.
No, you're not supposed to do that. Only domestic
Thanks,
flights.
9/11. Sources with direct knowledge tell us that, and us, I mean, I'm telling you guys.
You mean the next episode news team?
Yes. It includes the intern that we have that hides in your closet.
Weiler Tyler, yeah.
And then every once in a while, a part-time promo person who thinks they're just supposed to hang up banners, but I have them do a bunch of clerical work.
Right, yes.
Including my taxes, Tyler. They say that he was on an international flight over the weekend, coming back to the U.S. After being in Thailand and Tokyo, and then during the flight, exposed himself, and then my favorite part, scolded by a flight attendant.
He got in trouble for it, yeah.
He was questioned by cops when he landed, eventually released, and what led to the incident was that he was on this trip, he got ill, prescribed medication, and he thinks the medication caused some sort of chemical imbalance.
Yeah, something was wrong.
He posted, "For the past few months, I have not been okay. I've been struggling to come to terms with that and what is going on. While overseas for a concert I performed at, I had to be admitted to a hospital. I was not thinking clearly. The meds that they gave me, I had to hop on a plane home. I'm ashamed of my actions. That happened on the plane. I landed back in the States, admitted myself immediately to a facility to help me, canceling all shows and any obligations until further notice. If you're not feeling like yourself, please get help."
Can you imagine you look and there's somebody famous on the flight with you?
Oh, designer, can I grab up?
And then you look back and they're
Hello?
exposing themselves to everybody on the plane. And you're like, wow. All right, well.
And you just hit the flight attendant button.
Yeah, that happened.
Can I get a Diet Coke and also a blanket for this man's penis? Someone who is not...
Nice of you to blanket the penis.
Yeah, you can keep your pants unzipped, but just put that weird blue blanket that
Yeah.
I will eventually steal.
It'll be like oddly popped up if he's, excited about things, but it'll be better than just having it out there in the air.
This guy right here, which I think a lot of the internet has suggested he seek mental help, but is not.
I met a bad little shorty on a powder dance, getting to the bag like it was her only chance. Rich bitch, no,
Macklemore?
No. He's related to someone very famous. Two
Chet-
people. I would
Chet
say.
Hanks?
Chet Hanks is right.
I didn't know he actually had any songs.
Me either. I've never heard
This
this.
is
before.
White Boy Summer from a couple years ago.
Does he say the N-word in it?
He does not.
Oh, I thought that was beeped out.
It is him talking in a Jamaican accent.
Gal. Rude boy.
So he just recently told his Instagram followers that he went on a hike, during which he talked out loud to himself for 2.5 hours straight.
He's the most interesting person in his own mind, and that's his conversation, I guess.
Yeah, and the next Instagram story slide, he reminded his fans that the only thing harder than healing is not healing. End quote.
Wow.
Yeah,
deep.
Dude. Pretty cray.
That would just rock my world.
He has, of course, been embroiled in his fair share of controversies, domestic violence accusations last year. He has denied instances of cultural appropriation, which we just heard in his Jamaican accent there.
Rude boy.
But seems to be, please stop. seems to be on a better path. The fitness influencer, as they have graciously called him in this article, currently runs a self-mastery program.
Wow.
Called Hanks with an X Fit Club. So sign on up and talk to yourself for 2.5 hours on a mountain.
He's biting off his dad's thing of signing all his tweets with Hanks with an X.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah.
God, he can't even come up with that on his own? Jesus, man.
Z-Way on Showtime. It's like a talk show.
No, never heard of this.
It's very funny. And his episode is top 10 for sure because he is absolutely unhinged.
Yeah, he's a strange guy.
Speaking of Stranger Things, boom, boom, boom. Where did I put my? There we go.
There it is.
Duffer Brothers, the guys behind Stranger Things, they're developing a new show for Netflix called The Burrows. And the show is about old people. The residents of a retirement community in New Mexico, they've had to band together to stop some kind of otherworldly menace that wants to steal the one thing they don't have much of, and that is time.
Ooh.
Whoa. Duffer said, while the heroes in the Burrows have a few more years on them than the kids from Stranger Things, they are similarly lovable bunch of misfits. Can't wait for you to join them on an adventure as it turns scary, funny, and deeply touching. So they're just making Stranger Things with old people.
You know what's interesting about that? When you were saying that, I started to think, and I was like, I don't know that there's many shows or movies that they've made where the main characters are a group of older people. And, like, the older people have to fight
like
something off.
Meant for old people. Like, your Golden Girls, I think the one, was it Jane Fonda? She has that Gracie and something show that's very popular.
There's shows like that, and then there's like some funny shows. But I mean, like, where they're supposed to be
bad.
The heroes or, like, the fighting off the bad guys.
Word. When you're not fighting bad guys, you could be having sex with a doll.
All right.
And that's how I segue into this latest story from the New York Post. Apparently, there's a shocking number of raunchy royalists out there. The leading adult toy company has revealed the top celebrity sex doll requests, and those include Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle, and Princess Diana.
Oof, the Princess Diana one's a little rough.
It's Inferno is the name of the company, inundated with requests for look-alike life-size playthings, but the company's CEO says that taste and decency prevent him from fulfilling the kinky customer requests.
Well, okay, sex doll guy. Taste and decency are the forefront of your thought.
He draws the line at Princess Diana, okay?
Courtney always asks me weird questions.
Why, because she died?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it still seems kind of weird to me, but Courtney always asks me weird questions, and one day on the couch, she turns over to me and she goes, people don't actually have sex with those blow-up dolls, do they? And I was like, are you kidding me? Of course, somebody's done it.
Not the ones that are like the novelty ones at the sex shop that are...
Somebody has had sex with one of those. I think it's more bought for jokes and like laughter. But
maybe.
Somebody's banging those things.
They also have had a lot of requests for Tom Hardy, and he does not draw the line. He says, I'm not going to make it unless Tom Hardy is down for a collaboration. And then another strange one is a lot of requests for Tupac sex doll.
Really?
Yeah.
Thug life right there on the tattoo.
All day. Ambitions of a rider that you can ride. Huh?
Wait. That you couldn't do, right?
I'm sure it comes with a butt.
Well, yeah. Okay, you'd have to go that way.
Or maybe it's for other, I don't know.
Because I was just thinking, if it's inflatable and then the genital side is inflatable, that ain't going to do anything.
No, this is not inflatable. We're talking about silicone sex dolls.
Oh, these are like oh, wow, these are the real ones.
Real life.
Damn.
And a perfect segue into a real life situation. It's not a sex doll, but it is Drake's toilets in his mansion. And apparently they're all Tupac themed.
It's weird.
Yeah, Lil Yachty has unveiled that every bathroom in Drake's house has heated seats, and every bathroom in his house, when you walk up to the toilet, opens up and starts playing Tupac's Hit 'Em Up.
All right.
I swear to God. He says that he pooped in 4 or 5 of Drake's bathrooms and thinks there's still 8 or 9 left to conquer.
Maybe he did mean pooped.
Yeah, he's making the rounds. He's like, I'm going to hit every one of these.
But if you're looking for a theme for your toilets, you can go with Wu-Tang Clan, Runny DMC, the Notorious P.O.O.P., Cardi BM.
Oh.
Anybody? A Tribe Called Poo. Fart Ross, MC Dookie, Poop Master Flex, or how about Sir Poop a Lot? Grandmaster Flush. So many more.
I see.
That's the one you like the most? On the Boob Tube, Google it.
Flush the rhymes.
No.
Well done. But I love you and follow your dreams. And me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Give it a follow if you can. And most importantly, stay with me, Merker.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. C-Lane, how are we
Can
on?
I give the rest of the...
we got more on the list?
Poop Dog, Crap Daddy, Low Poo Poo, Snoop Poopity Poop, Poop Master Flex, Poop Cube, Bowel
Poop
Breezer.
Cube.
Poop Cube.
She's just putting poop in any rapper's name.
The
LL
first
Poop
half
J.
of that list had
Public
creativity.
Enema Bowl.
These are the ones that didn't make the cut. These are the ones that stayed on the back burner.
Dookie Brown.
You got more?
50 Cent. S-C-E-N-T.
Okay.
Thank you.
Flores like
That's a
that
thinker.
one.
That's a thinker.
Ice turd. I'm out.
What's the situation on the shirts? We have like 4 or 5 left? or
5
something?
shirts left.
There's only 5 left. So 5 lucky people who go right now to getskywall.com and get the This Week in Florida shirt will be the last to nab that, and then it's totally sold out. Just 5 left. So
I think 5 people were waiting for this moment so they could be very, very meta.
Yeah.
And order their This Week in Florida shirt
right
during
before.
This Week in
Yeah,
Florida.
that's true. It's going to happen right now. All right, so we will that'll sell out during the break here, just for the record. So get to getskywall.com. When we come back, This Week in Florida, C-Lane, are you confident about This Week in Florida today? Good. We need that, and we got a lot more for you. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you're having a safe and great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we're seeing some delays. One due to an incident is US 192. That's just east of State Road 4 at 29 toll. Careful there. Also, we are still seeing the usual delay east and westbound approaching State Road 535. That's on I-4. No issues north or south on the Greenway, however. Northbound on the Turnpike we're clear. Southbound, however, in Lake County at exit 285, still seeing that delay. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plan. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Wassey's Meat Market for the lowest price on a big green egg.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Bill Bellamy, actor and stand-up comedian, April 21st and 22nd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff. Food runners, dish. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Speeding in work zones is not a vibe. But seriously, work zone speed limits are there for everyone's safety, including yours. Respect the cone zone by slowing down, putting away your phone, and giving workers a break. Because you know that driving safely is self-care. And we love that for you and our roadway workers. We all deserve to make it home at the end of the day. Let's get everyone home safely, Florida. Brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Spring into savings with our inventory at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get behind the wheel of your new Nissan, like the Altima, Rogue, or Titan. Buy today and make no payments for 6 months. Plus, trade in your old car for $5,000 over book value. Click OrlandoNissan.com. With approved credit, interest accrues from time of delivery.
All month long, Dunkin' Rewards members get a $3 medium cold brew, like the new Caramel Chocolate Cold Brew. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per day. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Spring is sprung and business is blooming. That means you could turn over a new leaf in a new Mitsubishi. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And I'm so excited about our spring sale, I wet my plants. This week I'll give you up to $4 grand more than Kelly Blue Book value for your old ride. So if the bloom is off the roads with your current car, Buck up, Buttercup. In a 7-passenger, 5-star safety-rated 2023 Outlander starting at only $26,900. Or check out the 2023 Mirage, cleanest gas car in America. And for your peace of mind, all Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Do other dealers rake you through the mud over past credit mishaps? We're rooting for you, and our rates start at only $1.9. Plus, you could get way more than your car's worth and drive a nicer, newer car today. But hurry, this deal will get picked over soon. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2023. See dealer for details.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs? Like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hello, Floridians. Today's a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, now, by taking advantage of our $69 tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
Call today, cool today, cooltoday.com.
Book your appointment now.
Get ready to roll through McDonald's with the crew. Free up those cup holders, because any size, any flavor is the vibe, and you're getting all the drinks. Make it a tasty frozen Coke, a fun frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, a cool frozen Sprite Limonade, a delicious Southern-style sweet tea, or a bold McCafe iced coffee. So many flavors. Any size is just $1.99. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
When we made our McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets, you were praise hands emoji. Then we ran out, and you were screaming tears emoji. Now they're back, so you can be grinning face with sweat emoji. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
But they're only back for a limited time, so make like a lightning emoji and get yours fast. Order ahead on the app and get 30% off when you spend $5 or more using mobile order and pay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 4/1/23 through 4/30/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Limited time only. Excludes tax.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off all activewear for the whole family. But hurry, 50% off all activewear is one day only. This Saturday, only at Old Navy. Valid 4/22, excludes active in-store clearance, licensed baby.
Jim here for my friends at Solar Bear. In Orlando in 2022, there were 3 different utility rate increases and another 4% increase scheduled for April. Stop going along with these rate increases. Now's the time to go solar with Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. They can help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Solar Bear, also the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. Visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate and check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 22nd. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Calling all weekend warriors. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Tijuana Flats, get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your Tex-Mex favorites like Dos Tacos, burritos, and more. Enjoy 2 for 20 weekends for a limited time. Only at Tijuana Flats.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the News Junkie.
I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything that shine ain't always gonna be gold.
this week in Florida in just a moment. Unless C-Lane got scared before his segment and left.
No, he's talking to himself in the mirror.
He's pumping himself up. I see
great.
pride. I see power. He's trying to get himself ready for this week in Florida. Meanwhile, you can go over to thenewsjunkie.com and set yourself up an account. It takes like 5 seconds to do. And then you can join us with dispatches on the show. At the end of the month, we'll go to the scoreboard and see who the winner is. It's a pretty hard-fought battle for first place on the scoreboard at thenewsjunkie.com right now. And the winner is going to get a prize. That's going to be built out and improved as we go along with the show. He is back. He has returned.
Sean, you jinxed me, man.
Oh, no. Was the printer really broken?
Jinxed me. As I was leaving the room to go get my stories, Sean was like, oh, the printer's broken. And when I got in there, it said, add paper and press OK.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
I just want to give you a little freak-out moment
So this
right
is
before the
most
show.
of my stories.
Oh, boy. You want me to go put some paper in there
No,
while you're
I already
talking?
put paper in there.
All right. Okay.
While I'm talking, you're going to leave to put paper?
Go over there and make it happen for you. Real quick before we do This Week in Florida, somebody said to tips@thenewsjunkie.com this story, and I'm looking at it right here in front of me. For those of you on the stream, you can take a peek real quick. This guy was pissed off at his homeowners association, so he painted his whole house, his driveway, his steps, everything Pepto-Bismol pink. And it's like the most
disgusting.
It looks like a kid's toy or something.
So no HOA, huh?
Yeah, the HOA in this neighborhood is a bunch of assholes, and he actually said they screwed up on the HOA agreement, and it didn't specify what colors you could use to paint your house. So this is his version of that giant middle finger that one guy put in his backyard to protest the neighborhood.
I think that was...
it was a porn guy, right?
I don't think that was the neighborhood. I thought it was his ex-wife.
Oh, maybe it was his ex-wife who lived next door or somewhere nearby or something. All right, we'll start if you're ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
Oh, that's right. The weekend is here. That means it's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And we start with a man who he's been going through some stuff lately.
Who's that?
That would be Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood.
Yeah, there's some people who want that guy dead.
The third suspect has been arrested for death threats against the anti-hate Florida Sheriff Mike Chitwood. And
anti-hate, is that what he said?
It says anti-hate. I mean, he's taking on skinheads.
Right. He's going after the people on this 4chan website.
It says he's taking a hard line against anti-Semitic extremism in his county. He announced Thursday authorities have arrested a third person for making online threats against him. And just like the first two men arrested, this one is also living where?
With his parents.
With his mother.
That's funny. All three of them, when you make jokes about these people and you say, your mother's basement, all three of them are 20-something-year-old dudes who live with their parents. The thing that I thought about this was, and I don't want to be like a fun sucker here, but I go, he's kind of turning the sheriff's office into a group of people that just go after anybody who's threatening him online. And you're like, well, how come the rest of us aren't afforded that? Like,
do you have a pile of papers of restraining orders, perhaps, of people getting death threats as well?
There's so many people that face this every day, and they don't have the powers that he has to go after all of them.
He showed up to the airport for the first one, right?
That is my favorite clip. And they keep replaying it now with this third person. And it was the dude coming down from the escalator and cameras, but also the sheriff. They're like, hey, man, how's it going? And he's like, hey, what's up? And then walks right by him. Like, that's the man you were threatening to kill, sir.
I don't mind him, and I thought that was a funny move, going after the trolls that hide behind anonymity. But, yeah, it's kind of weird that it's like now this is just a mission to get everybody who threatens you.
Well, this latest one is Christian. It looks like they spelled out the way Mike Tyson would say Christian. Christian Zapata, 23 years old, allegedly posted the message in all capital letters, I will kill Chitwood, mark my words, on 4chan on April 7th, referring to the Volusia County Sheriff. Investigators traced the post to a home in Ansonia, Connecticut, where Zapata had been living with his sister, her husband, and their child at the time of the threat. The sister also indicated her brother was fascinated by Adolf Hitler.
It's usually a red flag.
Fascinated.
Guys, have you heard about this Adolf guy? He is something else.
A 28-year-old in Orlando was...
No, that's bad. That's a bad one. Oh, damn.
I didn't even hear it because I was ramping up for the next story. So I'm
Don't worry
kind of
about it,
upset,
Dan.
but I have
Don't
to go
worry.
back and
No,
listen to it now,
there's
so
nothing to go
I'll
back
pull it
to.
anyway. Man nabbed on a cocaine rap. This 28-year-old person in Orlando was arrested this month for cocaine possession after police responded to a 911 call about a trespasser acting erratic and doing drugs outside a 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the police report fails to mention or even identify or even question or even make reference to is the look of the man in his mugshot.
Okay.
And the substance that was all over him.
My God.
This is the guy.
I'm sorry, what was on him
who
again?
looks like a real-life Randy Marsh after
got
that
creamed.
episode. Yeah. Not sure what the milky white substance is all over him.
They couldn't clean his face before they...
Yeah, it looks like he just dumped a whole thing of milk on his head.
They found this guy smoking what appeared to be illegal narcotics. They said that he was allegedly displaying signs of narcotic impairment.
What's his name?
His name's something Coleman Hill. Coleman-Hill.
I'm going to put this up on See It Now so everybody could look at the mug shot.
Yeah, and so the search of him yielded a small bag of cocaine from a pants pocket. He was arrested on felony drug possession. Noted he was transported to jail without incident. The arrest affidavit offers no insight as to why he appears to have been doused in the milky substance you could see on your screen there. But
that is something.
He'll go through the system and maybe we'll figure it out one day. There's a guy in Cape Coral. Doesn't seem to be breaking the law, but this is very Graham-worthy if you happen to see him riding his motorcycle around because of the modifications he has made to said motorcycle. Now, there have been comments saying it's hard to see his license plate, so that part might be illegal. But the rest of it just looks like he's riding a jet ski on an actual Florida highway.
I like that.
It says, over the weekend, this man was spotted out in Cape Coral doing what he does best, capturing people's attention. A man traveling through the city noticed a motorcycle like he's never seen before. It has wheels, a handlebar, but the body of the bike was that of a jet ski that the person has affixed all around that motorcycle. According to Florida law, motorcycles must have headlights, which I believe he does, handlebars not higher than the rider's shoulders, at least one rear view mirror, and turn signals.
All right.
And that's it. You got your jet ski.
I'll put
motorcycle.
I'll put that up on See It Now as well.
Good man. Thank you for the assist.
Thank you for your service. Is that what you're saying?
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
I didn't want to stolen valor you.
No,
Yeah.
I
But
still
thanks
all
for
the
the
valor.
assist anyway.
You got it.
Still in Cape Coral, a man fell through the attic while trying to hide from the cops and onto a bedroom floor. Detectives arrested 28-year-old Dylan Alexander Floor. They knocked on the front door, windows, back doors. There was no answer, but according to Lee County Sheriff's Office, they heard someone enter the garage and march into the attic, and that's when they found this guy hiding in the roof. Here.
I'm definitely angry at him for bringing the drama to my house.
This guy was going to great heights to avoid arrest in Cape Coral. Deputies say he climbed up into the attic and refused to come down. It took hours and a lot of pepper spray to get him to fall through the ceiling and right into a pair of handcuffs.
They pepper sprayed him a bunch of times because then once they caught him, they said they had to decontaminate him.
Yeah, they hit him with that much of the pepper spray, huh?
They just gassed him out of the attic.
Can you imagine how miserable that would be? You're in the attic, you're stuck, it's probably hot in there, and then they're just hitting you over and over with pepper spray.
That has to be very uncomfortable. But and it didn't work. He ended up arrested anyway.
Oh, damn it.
Probably should have just answered the door.
Yeah, at least they didn't shoot him, I guess.
There's a woman who is a whistleblower now. I got a new whistleblower. She used to work for the state attorney's office, Jack Campbell. She was an employee of the 2nd Judicial Circuit of Florida. She worked as a prosecutor for the state attorney. She's telling a story of just not only racism, but blatant, written down, typed out onto a document racism.
Okay.
You see, she worked for this office for 5 days, and in the 5 days working in the office, Mackenzie Hayes says there was a glaring difference in the state attorney's office culture and views on race. In Jefferson County, the all-white staff of prosecutors would often discuss an us versus them mentality when referencing local migrant farm workers. Hayes said they often just called them Mexicans. Now, where she saw the picture that she's been sending out to the media, and there was a document that says primary plea offers. You see that right
Okay,
there?
yeah.
And on the section for no valid driver's license, it says, if no criminal history, diversion. So
Okay.
somebody with no criminal history will offer a plea diversion.
That's usually a nice thing.
If limited criminal history, withhold plus costs.
Mhm.
So withhold adjudication, whatever, plus, you pay some fines, limited criminal history. If extensive criminal history and or Hispanic, adjudicated guilty plus costs.
Okay.
That's an interesting one to put in there.
Yeah.
Promising for me.
It says the culture wasn't limited just to one staff member or one case. Hayes said fellow attorneys in the Jefferson County office all appeared to embrace this culture. She took the picture of the document that was targeting Hispanics one day while she was alone in the office, and she also, I think, managed to get on some hard drive and get a copy of it. And last but not least, in this week in Florida, last but not least of the things that got
What
printed.
if the best of the bunch is sitting on the printer right now?
Could-
You want me to go check?
Fresh,
Go.
starchy.
Run in there. All right. That last but not least, we'll save for later.
All right, it's getting an alley-oop here from Sabrina.
But this is a nice story because there is a mother in Lakeland who is persistent at the gas station. She wants to play her lotto tickets.
Mhm.
She really likes the crossword games the best. I haven't played the crossword one.
Me either.
I know the bingo one was exceptionally hard.
I want the simplest of all the games that they have because when it's too long, it's annoying.
And it says the Lakeland mom's persistence at a gas station landed her a winning lottery ticket. Thank you, Sabrina. Geraldine Gimblett says...
Geraldine Giblet?
Gimblett.
Gimblet's an ugly last name.
Also, imagine looking at your newborn baby saying, your name's Geraldine.
Look at this little Geraldine Gimblett right in front of us.
It's not a common name anymore, but I'm sure she has some sort of nickname she can go by. But she finally got the last crossword game that was left, which probably means it's not in the middle of the roll.
No.
Which probably means you should stop spending so much time at the counter asking the person
what number
each of the scratch-offs is on. The most annoying thing to me are lotto people that
They
take
are.
up a lot of time. But the day before she won the $2 million on the bonus cash word scratch-off game, she pretty much just gave all her money to the doctors that fought her daughter's cancer.
Damn.
Her daughter said her mom had to take out her life savings to take care of her. The day before my mom bought this ticket, I rang the bell and walked out of the hospital after completing my last treatment for breast cancer.
You know what? I like that because you hear about people winning the lottery sometimes, and you're like, it's a 90-year-old man or it's like some annoying person. That's a good story of somebody winning.
Right. And this is somebody who deserved it. She just spent her life saving her daughter's life, and now she gets a little bit back. Maybe more. I mean, you spend $2 million on cancer?
Yeah, $2 million is pretty good.
So
I'll take it.
well,
If you want to give me $2 million, I'll take it right now.
What? I mean,
But you have to
what a
have
unique
cancer.
person you are.
I probably already do.
Jacksonville squatters finally evicted from a home after 40 days may be facing criminal charges because they left behind $15,000 in damage.
Damn.
Holes in the walls, ripped out cabinets, dishwashing machine damage, and even a stolen washer and dryer. Patty Peoples and Don Tiora, the owners of the house, told News 4 Jacksonville on Tuesday they are dealing with the outcomes of having their house occupied illegally for more than 40 days. They said, we called our attorney to see what our rights were. He indicated this had progressed now to grand theft and a criminal matter. So it's so bad that they're doing criminal charges. And now, last but not least, in this
For
week in
real
Florida,
this time.
For real, a man has been arrested for DUI in Lee County after being found with a bottle of vodka hidden in his pants. 28-year-old Maximilian Beyrent was arrested by the Lee County Sheriff's Office. Witnesses reported his erratic driving in a red Corolla. Included illegally entering a community, hopping curves, driving onto sidewalks, even a golf course. This guy was going for it.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was, he destroyed a stop sign. He destroyed all kinds of stuff. And he was found to be under the influence of alcohol, had the bottle of vodka hidden. I didn't say how big it was because you'd think at a certain size it's going to be completely
real obvious to the cop
that you have. But they said he had the bottle hidden in his pants. He was charged with DUI property damage, leaving the scene of a crash, and refusing to submit to a breathalyzer test. So he's going to have some legal trouble ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have This Week in Florida behind us. That's it for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. Thank you to everybody who bought our latest shirt design, which is called This Week in Florida. It is now
sold out.
Officially sold out. The sale is over, and you can stop emailing me because we give you plenty of time to jump on this, even though there's already people who are saying, hey, I didn't see it. I went to get the thing, and now it's sold out. unfortunately, you're not going to get in on this one, but maybe the next one. Everybody who purchased those, sit tight. We're going to get them all printed and packed up and shipped out next week, and you'll have it before you know it. We're going to have our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm joining us here momentarily.
Nice.
The Radon Cowboy is in the studio. God only knows what he'll do. He always puts me on edge. I don't know what's going to happen with him, but we got more on the way. So we'll talk with Mo. If you have any questions for him, you can send them over via dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to do that now. When we return, a $5 million bet gone wrong, and a judge has decided, should somebody pay up? I'll tell you what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you're having a safe and great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we're seeing some delays. One due to an incident is US 192. That's just east of State Road 4 at 29 toll. Careful there. Also, we are still seeing the usual delay east and westbound approaching State Road 535. That's on I-4. No issues north or south on the Greenway, however. Northbound on the Turnpike we're clear. Southbound, however, in Lake County at exit 285, still seeing that delay. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Could you use some extra help meeting basic needs? Like putting food on the table or paying the rent? Keeping your home warm and the lights on? Buying new shoes for growing feet? Or help with medical needs? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. It's money you can use to help pay for basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, or medical needs. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you're 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to learn more about SSI and start the application process today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 weekends at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 full-sized entrees, a large dip and chips, and 2 drinks for just $20. Friday through Sunday. Smack my and call me Sally for a limited time only at Tijuana Flats.
Spring has sprung and business is blooming. That means you could turn over a new leaf in a new Mitsubishi. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And I'm so excited about our spring sale. I wet my plants. This week, I'll give you up to $4,000 more than Kelly Blue Book value for your old ride. So if the bloom is off the roads with your current car, buck up, Buttercup. In a 7-passenger, 5-star safety-rated 2023 Outlander starting at only $26,900. Or check out the 2023 Mirage, cleanest gas car in America. And for your peace of mind, all Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Do other dealers rake you through the mud over past credit mishaps? We're rooting for you. And our rates start at only $1.9. Plus, you could get way more than your car's worth and drive a nicer, newer car today. But hurry, this deal will get picked over soon. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2023. See dealer for details.
After an accident, it's important to hire an attorney right away. Evidence can disappear quickly. Sure, you could wait to hire an attorney later and see how things turn out, but delays never make a case better. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 22nd. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Welcome to Pollo Tropical. Would you like to try our new coconut shrimp?
Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp, shrimp and the coconut. Coconut shrimp, coconut shrimp.
Coco y camarón.
Pollo is serving up perfectly golden, sweet, and savory coconut shrimp in a bowl, platter, or on the side with our pineapple rum sauce. We're going coconuts for the all-new coconut shrimp, only at Pollo Tropical.
Coconut shrimp, coco y camarón.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Capital One's Chief Brand Officer, Mark Mentry, weighs in on building loyalty with customers.
Capital One has really worked to create amazing access moments for our customers. We will do sound check parties that only Capital One cardholders can get access to, and we can't pull that off without iHeart.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit and ask Him to minister to you.
Listen to Meditative Prayers on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is the News Junkie.
I feel like that My Pillow guy has really taken some big L's lately. He's just not doing great.
Didn't he have a sequel to the My Pillow?
Did they?
The
My Pillow 2? I don't know if they did that. He was doing so well. What a roller coaster this guy's life has been. From doing crack to being a pillow millionaire and being really, really successful to going full in on the political stuff and
conspiracy theory too, right?
His stuff about the election, and he's denying that the election was legit and all that. And in doing that, the My Pillow guy said, "I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is." He had this cyber symposium, and he said that he had data showing Chinese interference in the election, and he would pay $5 million to anyone who could prove the material was not from the previous year's election. He called the challenge Prove Mike Wrong. And somebody said, I'd like to do that. And they put their case forward. And then he said, no, I'm not paying out. The $5 million is not going to be paid out. On Wednesday, it went to a private arbitration panel that ruled that Robert Zeidman, a computer forensics expert and 63-year-old Trump voter from Nevada, was entitled to the $5 million. And the judge said the guy won. He beat the challenge. You got to pay him out now. He was the only expert that submitted a claim for this challenge, and so he gets the $5 million all his own.
Does he have $5 million?
Oh, he did before. I don't know about now. I mean, he's still selling pillows, but he was pulled out of a lot of really, really big stores and different venues where he was selling those pillows because that thing was peaking, man. It was really big. The My Pillow is
they had a deal with, I can at least attest to Walgreens. on Christmas Eve,
Right.
and I still owed a family member a gift.
Yeah, I think they had Walmart. I think they had like a lot of really big retailers that they were in. And now because of all this stuff he's been involved in, and he's definitely fallen off quite a bit from that, but he has to pay out $5 million to this guy who is also a Trump voter.
I can't find out if there was a MyPillow too, but it does say, and this is crazy to me. But when you think of the fact that he used to be addicted to crack, and then he made this pillow. They said he tested 94 different foams before deciding on the right one to put in the pillow.
This guy's like, I'm going to make this like WD-40. I got to really go through rigorous testing for this. Meanwhile, Courtney just got us some new pillows, and I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know this kind of pillow technology existed.
Oh, I know exactly what you're about to say, I bet.
I have this issue where I like my pillows to be pretty flat. I don't want them to be like big old giant fluffy pillows.
Oh, I have the exact opposite.
Everybody's particular about that. And she goes, trust me, these pillows are going to be good. So she buys us these pillows. I don't even think they were that expensive. And then when they arrived, the pillows, when you open them up, they have mini pillows inside of them.
Oh, never mind.
And you could take the mini pillows out to control how fluffy or thin the pillow is that you have. And
That seems like a lot of work.
I've never seen this before. It took me like 5 seconds. And then
Okay, but then what do you do with the mini pillows?
You throw them away. I think we throw them away.
Oh, wow.
I might have told her to keep them.
Put them in a mini pillow drawer so that you can adjust.
I don't have a drawer for that.
We have so many pillows in our bed.
Now, you got any My Pillows?
No. They're all her pillows.
Cute.
Let's see.
I have so many, all different sizes and shapes. Like one came with my box bed.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah,
I think it's a Casper or something else, but
yeah, where you get the bed and then you unleash it in your room and it's like.
Yeah. So I got a giant pillow like that, and then I a couple of years ago I had a procedure in which I could not. I'm a side sleeper, and I could not lie on my side, so I got one of those pillows that kind of just boxes you in.
Yeah.
So you can lay flat on your back.
Locks you in place.
Love
Wait,
that bad boy.
it goes around your body?
No, it just around my head. So you lie your neck into a crevice of some sort, and then if you lean your head, you have a pillow here and over here. Also very inexpensive, but
you're on an airplane?
It stops me from lying on my side.
You guys have a lot more on your beds than I have.
Except for a person.
A couple. I got a couple of pillows. I called it at that. All right, we're gonna go to your dispatches in just a moment here. See what's going on in your world. I'm interested that Trump is doubling down on something here that he's done before, and in this interview that he just recently did with the Full Send podcast, he once again brought up the N-word. And hang on, you'll see what I'm talking about. Here's the former president.
Countries, and in particular Russia, but other countries talking the N-word, which is the nuclear word in this case. And,
okay.
You can't use that term. You can't use...
Because there's two N-words, right?
There are two N-words, right? There's
Which
two
one's
N-words.
worse?
Real quick, if you don't mind, what is that on the table?
That's some product that they make.
Happy Dad.
Just a little plug there?
Seltzer, I think it says. It's it's a plug. They knew this was going to get a lot of attention. And they put it by the former president during this interview on this podcast. And he's like, I love how the guy just kind of plays, and it was like, there's two N-words, right? Which one of them is more offensive? It's like, buddy, I know the bait that you've just laid out here.
You can't use that term. You can't use...
Because there's two N-words, right?
There are two N-words, right? There's
Which
two
one's
N-words.
worse?
They're both real bad.
Oh.
But you can't use the nuclear word. You just can't do it. And
Wait, what? I thought that would be an easy answer there. He said, which one's worse? And he's like, they're both really bad.
But let me use that one.
You can't use the nuclear word. Or are you saying that you can use the other one? Maybe he clarifies.
if you do it, nobody used it during my term because it's so devastating. It's so horrible. If you look at the power of weaponry, the power of nuclear weapons, and all of a sudden now everybody's using it. It's like become just a common part of every speech.
Of course. I mean, who's not saying this? Everybody's tossing that out there. The two N-words. I didn't know we had two, but now we've got two out there.
Well, also, I mean, he says they're both really bad. And it goes back to the, I think, John Mulaney bit, where it's like, if you're comparing the badness of two words and you won't even say one of them, that one's the worst
Yeah,
word.
obviously. Yeah, he's like, they're both very bad, but, you don't say nuclear.
And, that was the one that was kind of juxtaposed or, photoshopped next to a live shot of CNN where the graphics read N-word versus cracker, which is worse.
What a great state we are in with our media apparatus here in the United States of America. All very professional, all very truthful. None of them are lying to you at all. I want to hear from you. You're not going to lie to me. I know that. And I want to know what you think about all of this.
I'm going to lie to you.
Because your view counts around here, unless it sucks. But we got to figure that out first with you sending us a dispatch. So go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com. You can learn more about the show there, and you can send in what we call a dispatch. You don't have to hang out on the phones. You just get your point across, and bam, we play it, and you're right on the show in front of a massive audience just like that. So go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's play a couple of those. Let's see what we got here. Here's Cat Girl. It says, thank you to all.
Hey, Sean, Sabrina, C-Lane.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
You too.
Sabrina, thank you for being so kind to me at the Pinewood Derby. C-Lane, thank you for signing my lunchbox. Sean, you were too busy for me. I wanted you to sign my lunchbox, but you are MC that day, so I get it.
We were all MCing.
2 compliments in a row, and then bam! Just like that.
Send him your address. He'll just send you a piece of paper with a signature on it.
I was
or
trying
if you
to
want, just
sign as much as I could.
scribble, and it will be just like Sean's.
I did sign a couple of lunch boxes. I signed all kinds of stuff. I didn't sign any boobs like Sabrina did. I did not get to that level
Male
of signage.
and female, and I'm non-conforming.
I did not do that, but I signed plenty other
We
stuff
have a
out
great
there.
picture in which, like, unless you zoom in, you see that all of their breasts are signed.
Mhm.
But if you like look at the whole picture, it's just like us hanging out at the Derby.
I'm a little offended that we weren't asked about that, but maybe it's better. Here we go. Let's go over to I've Been Everywhere in Florida with a dispatch.
Just had a small case of FOMO. Finally caved. I am one of those final 5 people that bought a This Week in Florida shirt.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for being a part of my week, keeping me entertained. Other than that, enjoy the weekend.
You too, bud.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
All right, take it easy. Hey, we have a follow-up from Joshua about that stripper story.
Oh, good.
What do we have so far? He said
his friend that
He was in the army or
the military.
Military.
They got out of boot camp. Friend fell in love with a stripper. They were
In what country?
No, they were assigned for a tour in Japan, and the friend who fell in love with the stripper did not show up for didn't report for duty.
Saw a stripper for one night and then fell in love with the stripper and
Wanted to marry her.
Said, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to report for duty. And we're like, what happened to the guy? So here's the update.
Okay, per C-Lane's request, I will follow up with the story. And Sean, yes, he did come back and say, you guys just don't understand. It's love at first sight. And I believe her name was like Candy or something, and that's how he referred to her.
He kept calling her that?
Didn't even get the real name.
This was in Seattle, and he came back, I believe, a week later, and they considered him AWOL, and he had to go to what's called Captain's Mass, and they didn't separate him, but I believe they put him in a special unit for, like, holding up to 6 months, and he ended up going to Japan. So no runaway bride with the stripper, no true romance at first sight, but he was in love enough to get in trouble. Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Japan!
I wanted to do that the whole time. There it is for you. Okay, quick break. When we come back, our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm is going to be joining us, I believe. We'll throw any questions you have by him. We got some things we wanted to ask him as well. We got a lot going on before this show gets wrapped up on a Friday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Enjoy your dominance over artificial intelligence while you can.
Did the coffee machine always have a laser cannon?
Tell your smart speaker to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Fresh from Florida.
After Kawhi missed Game 3 with a mysterious knee injury, essentially ending their season, it's time for the Clippers to move off Kawhi. You can't depend on him. He doesn't talk. He constantly holds the franchise hostage. Teams move off stars in football and basketball all the time. If the Clippers want to keep pace in the West, they need a reboot this summer. Ditching moving Kawhi is a really good start. I'm Colin Cowherd.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news from the state of Florida.
It's blueberry season! You can find locally grown Florida blueberries in stores now for all your favorite homemade recipes. Ask for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
From the Florida Department of Agriculture.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best when it comes to this because he had made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know when it comes to shopping for a mortgage, it can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating you never want to do it again, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, and you get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey'sMeatMarket.com.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
And now, a couple of corny facts. Number 1, there are about 800 kernels in each ear of corn. Number 2, an ear of corn always has an even number of rows. And number 3, Florida sweet corn season ends in June. June? What? Why didn't anybody tell me that it was gonna...
Oh, well, I guess that's a wrap.
It's sweet corn season in Florida. Stop on your way home and get some before it's gone. See more seasonal produce at followfreshfromflorida.com.
Get ready to roll through McDonald's with the crew. Free up those cup holders, because any size, any flavor is the vibe, and you're getting all the drinks. Make it a tasty frozen Coke, a fun frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, a cool frozen Sprite Limonade, a delicious Southern-style sweet tea, or a bold McCafe iced coffee. So many flavors. Any size is just $1.99. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
When we made our McDonald's spicy chicken McNuggets, you were praise hands emoji. Then we ran out, and you were streaming tears emoji. Now they're back, so you can be grinning face with sweat emoji. Order ahead on the McDonald's app.
But they're only back for a limited time, so make like a lightning emoji and get yours fast. Order ahead on the app and get 30% off when you spend $5 or more using mobile order and pay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 4/1/23 through 4/30/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Limited time only. Excludes tax.
This Saturday, only at Old Navy, get 50% off all activewear for the whole family. But hurry, 50% off all activewear is one day only. This Saturday, only at Old Navy. Valid 4/22, excludes active in-store clearance, licensed baby.
Jim here for my friends at Solar Bear. In Orlando in 2022, there were 3 different utility rate increases and another 4% increase scheduled for April. Stop going along with these rate increases. Now's the time time to go solar with Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. They can help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Solar Bear, also the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. Visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate and check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
The internet can be an all-you-can-eat buffet for identity thieves.
So full.
Too many maiden names.
And social security numbers.
Where'd you find those?
By the password bar. Can't miss them.
LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss by monitoring your credit and bank statements. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you could stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If you like us here, like us everywhere. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This is the News Junkie. I'm gonna crash
Well, we'll get to your dispatches in just a moment. We're joined by our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. We love Mo, and here's what I want to tell you. All right, I want to be honest with you. I just want to shoot you straight here.
Just be real.
If you're in an accident, there are a lot of attorneys that aren't so fantastic, and they're not going to give you the time to hear out what your story is all about. They really just want to do as many cases as they can and settle them as fast as they can. Some of these places, and I know, Mo, you don't want to say anything bad about these folks, but it's like a machine, right? It's like you're a part of a spreadsheet. They just want to get things done and get the next person in. There's a personal touch here. Mo wants to hear what you have to say, hear what happened to you, and then fight for you against the billion-dollar insurance companies. And you deserve that much. And I can't tell you how many people I've seen. You know, I saw somebody this week. They're like, just my daughter just got in an accident. I'm calling Mo in the morning, and which could be a radio show, but is not.
Mo in the morning.
I tune in though. Hold on, I gotta turn his microphone on.
Yeah.
I've left him in the dark the entire time.
Turn on his mic.
Oh, there you go. Hello, Mo. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Sorry, I didn't turn on your microphone. Apologies for that.
But depression over here.
You need to make sure you're calling the right spot, and that's 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or wait until he launches Mo in the morning. And then go down that path.
I want to be on it, please.
Weekly.
You need just a weekly seg.
You need to slow down on the askiness for Moses.
I'm sorry, what else did I ask?
Did you or did you not just get one of those fantastic Mo bags?
I said, Moses, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. I missed the second round.
You know how many people say that to him? All the people on social media.
And also, Moses and
special.
Yeah, exactly. We're very good friends. We've traveled together. We bond a lot when it comes to old school hip hop.
Right, yeah.
And I think the rest of it is none of your effing business. How about
I'm
that?
just saying. I've noticed this.
You did reach out to me, Sean, and asked for the Mo bedspread,
Right.
which is in the mail. It's on its way.
Oh, is that right? Is that right?
Look at her. You think I wanted the Mo bedspread?
I know Courtney's very
Is
excited
that
about
right?
it.
Interesting.
I'll just look down in bed and see
Interesting.
Mo's mug looking back up at me.
Wow, the pot so black.
You don't really.
Just go with it.
What? No. The pot's so black.
Moses, I'm ready for this morning show.
Oh, God.
We'll work on it.
Bigger and better.
All right. We all, I think, have pretty good
You okay?
radar. Yeah. The pot's so black. We have pretty good radar.
It's the episode name, isn't it?
For he's writing it down right now.
I knew it.
I'm typing it.
How the turntables. We have good radar for what stories are real and what are fake, even though the Radon Cowboy during the last break was like, that house that was pink, that was Pepto-Bismol colored, photoshopped and totally not real. And I'm like, damn it, the photos they used were fake.
Fake
the
news.
Story was supposed to be real. There you go. But this story, when I read this, I go, No shot. Like
I
there's
thought you were going.
Same.
You were burning it
His
down.
finger was already.
Burning it down.
no shot. SHOT. This is the headline in front of me. It says, "I dumped my man because he has cancer. Now I'm running
no
in his
more.
honor." Right? I dumped my man because he has cancer. Now I'm running in his honor is what they say is the story here. She's putting her heart and soul into this race. Danielle Epstein, 32, says she's running the London Marathon on Sunday in honor of her ex-boyfriend after leaving him because his cancer battle was damaging to her mental health. No way would somebody be so unaware that they went out there with this publicly.
Is there any point of view from the ex-boyfriend in this story? Because if I were him, I'd be like, "Bitch, get my name out of your mouth."
Yeah, stop trying to have me having cancer in your story to bring some kind of good to it.
Especially after you left me.
Right, her ex
Show up to the
Jill.
marathon, just putting sticks in the way, right at her, trip her ass.
You gotta get him.
Say that one more time.
You could have put down a spike strip. You could have put down anything.
She's not driving.
She's throwing
Small
sticks. Just
It's like
little.
in Big Daddy where they're rollerblading down the hill. You just throw them out in front of them.
Thank you,
I'm on
Moses.
your page.
Her ex, Jelle Frezin, was diagnosed in
Jelle?
September. That's what it looks like. Jelle, with a rare and aggressive type of brain cancer, a grade 4 medulloblastoma, at the age of 37. Frezin had to learn how to walk again after 17 hours of brain surgery. He underwent 6 weeks of radiation therapy and began 9 months of chemotherapy.
I can't hear medulla. Now I'm in Billy.
Oblongata?
Yeah. Not Billy Madison.
Waterboy.
Waterboy.
The struggle was simply too much for Epstein at the time. I felt like the most awful person leaving somebody because they have cancer, but it was damaging my mental health, and it wasn't helping him, she said. The physics teacher explained she was so worried and devastated, so worried that she left him, that she was having trouble sleeping and eating. I was having panic attacks. But all that goes away. Like, you can sleep and eat again once you just leave the cancer dude. And the pair split. Now she's running the marathon in his honor to benefit brain tumor research and also to make herself feel better, if any of this is actually true. Because why would somebody come out with this? And look at this photo of him in the hospital. Come on, man. That can't be real. There's a photo of him with like a black eye in the hospital.
What's not real?
It just looks like a pose photo. It looks like a fake photo.
Okay, go back
to me.
real quick, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is the guy with his
him in the
glasses
hospital.
and his brain surgery.
I'm trying to look at the equipment next to him. Like, how much of that can be posed?
No, I think the equipment is real. I think he's really in a hospital.
You don't know if he has cancer?
I think he posed for this photo. I think they were like, "Oh, let's give me a zombie face."
And that's
or
the
something.
face that he picked?
He picked this one to make it look a little more dramatic. Oh, here he is now. Oh, he's got like some stuff going on with
Is
his
he
face.
posing for that too, Sean?
No, this one's legit. This one's damage done to the brain surgery. Oh my God! And so they show
Oh, I don't like that at
the
all.
surgery scar. So he clearly had brain cancer, but she's
And
so
she's like, "Hi."
out of it. She's such a dimwit that she comes forward and is like, yeah, I left him because it was too tough on
But I'm
me.
going to run for him.
I'm going in the marathon now. They said they
Would you
also
guys run for me?
started a Just Giving page
I don't even run for me.
Don't answer that.
to fundraise for brain tumor research with the goal of
I'd
collecting
power walk for you.
$12,000.
Thank you.
I can't run. I can't run a marathon. I wouldn't be able to do this. I'll just fall and embarrass myself out there.
All right. So
And
you'll
then
just donate to the cause.
by proxy, you're getting embarrassed. You don't have a cause. You're not doing anything.
If I were to have a cause, and how dare you?
If you have a cause, C-Lane will donate to it.
C-Lane will show up for sure. You
Really?
would just
I don't know.
donate to it.
I'm not convinced that
You
he
would say you were going to go, and then, like, right
If
before
they're
you're
serving
like,
Bloody Marys, C-Lane will
Yeah,
be
he
there.
would be there.
Maybe.
That's all it takes with
I want to
him.
be clear. Should I ever have a cause with my name, I want a Bloody Mary bar.
Yeah. I
For
think
C-Lane.
You're going to raise more money if you do that.
I think so.
Keep the people happy.
Bacon for days.
All right, quick break. When we come back,
Thank you
we've
for
got
being here, Moses.
More to get
It's
into.
really got weird.
We got some questions, I believe, on the list for Moses. Yes,
Sure.
You look like that was a no. I remember some that we have from this week that we've got to run by him. And if you have any questions, you could send those over. Send the dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Back with that and more. It's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Your shot at $1,000 is next. Brought to you locally by Mills Air. If you want a shot at $5,000, make sure you're listening to us on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you're having a safe and great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we're seeing some delays. One due to an incident is US 192. That's just east of State Road 4 at 29 toll. Careful there. Also, we are still seeing the usual delay east and westbound approaching State Road 535. That's on I-4. No issues north or south on the Greenway, however. Northbound on the Turnpike we're clear. Southbound, however, in Lake County at exit 285, still seeing that delay. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Call today, cool today. Visit cooltoday.com.
You probably already know that Real Radio is giving you a chance to win $1,000 by putting $1,000 in your hand. But now we have a chance for you to earn $5,000. You know the deal with our national contest. We'll give you the keyword at the top of every hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And all you have to do is enter it on our website at realradio.fm for your chance to win. With 13 chances every weekday, you have plenty of opportunities to win $1,000 in your hand. However, if you listen to Real Radio on our free iHeartRadio app, you can earn $5,000. Always remember, if you get the call, you need to answer your phone. That's right. The key to winning is picking up your phone when we call. So don't send us to voicemail. This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
The internet can be an all-you-can-eat buffet for identity thieves.
So full.
Too many maiden names.
And social security numbers.
Where'd you find those?
By the password bar. Can't miss them.
LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss by monitoring your credit and bank statements. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to LifeLock.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Spring into savings with our inventory at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get behind the wheel of your new Nissan, like the Altima, Rogue, or Titan. Buy today and make no payments for 6 months. Plus, trade in your old car for $5,000 over book value. Click OrlandoNissan.com.
Approved credit. Interest accrues from time of delivery.
You ever wake up hungry to take on the world and hungry for breakfast? Try Dunkin's new flavorful breakfast tacos. Soft, warm tortillas with scrambled eggs, melted cheddar, fire-roasted corn, and drizzled with lime crema. And get a second taco with bacon. Dunkin's new breakfast tacos. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Spring is sprung and business is blooming. That means you could turn over a new leaf in a new Mitsubishi. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And I'm so excited about our spring sale. I wet my plants. This week, I'll give you up to $4,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value for your old ride. So if the bloom is off the roads with your current car, buck up, Buttercup, in a 7-passenger, 5-star safety-rated 2023 Outlander starting at only $26,900. Or check out the 2023 Mirage, cleanest gas car in America. And for your peace of mind, all Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Do other dealers rake you through the mud over past credit mishaps? We're rooting for you, and our rates start at only $1.9. Plus, you could get way more than your car's worth and drive a nicer, newer car today. But hurry, this deal will get picked over soon. I'm RC Hill Mitsubishi. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2023. See dealer for details.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs? Like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally do pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed, and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom, courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
Calling all weekend warriors. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Tijuana Flats, get 2 entrees, 2 drinks, and an appetizer for just $20. Choose from your Tex-Mex favorites like Dos Tacos, burritos, and more. Enjoy 2 for 20 weekends for a limited time. Only at Tijuana Flats.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, FUN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
If you ever need to talk, he'll pretend to listen. You're listening to the News Junkie.
No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
Hey, quick thank you to everybody who grabbed the latest design drop. If you missed it, it is too late. They are sold out, and processing begins now. Sorry, Moses. I have to be strict about this.
No, email me like I did for you yesterday.
See, now you guys got like a black market going on here, trading stuff back and forth.
So if anyone out there missed it, they can just email you directly. And you'll send them a shirt.
No. Good God, don't even put that out there. This is it starts all sorts of trouble. It's too late for you. Not for you, Moses. We can actually get you one, but everybody else is screwed. I'm sorry about that, but I do appreciate everybody who went over and ordered things. Now, despite what I said after this happened, I was joking around mostly, but it's hilarious to watch the response to that that alert, the EMS alert.
They
that
haven't
went out.
stopped talking about
People
it.
are still talking about this, and they're like, there's bloodthirst going on here for some reason. Did you get the alert like everybody else?
I did.
It's 4:45 a.m. Bang, bang, bang. And it's some emergency alert.
I slept right through it, and it just concerns me so much. Because remember a couple years ago, I was not getting the Amber Alerts.
Right. Yeah,
and
your
then,
phone, for some reason, I don't know if it was your service or what, you weren't getting them.
And I wasn't, and then you guys were like, God, that sucks. You're not even looking for those missing kids, Sabrina.
Mhm.
And then now I am sleeping through this test, which just makes me completely fear that a real, missile.
If there was like a nuclear war going on.
Not that we could do anything about it, but it would be nice to know.
You might as well watch, and you're not going to be
Right.
watching if you're sleeping through the thing. So everybody gets this alert. It's 4:45 in the morning. People freak out. They're posting online. There's news stories about it. And then Ron DeSantis's spokesperson, I think.
I don't think it was the press secretary, but it was somebody
in his
the
camp.
DeSantis camp.
They were real aggressive. They're like, we're going to find who did this, and they will be punished.
They will be discharged, I believe, was the exact word that he used.
And then all these other politicians started getting involved in, like, we're going to hunt down the person who was responsible for sending this out
It's
there.
so stupid. It did not say there were missiles incoming like the
No.
Hawaii situation.
It said just a test.
It said it was a test, and then it's only happened once. It wasn't a prank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could get it if this were happening a lot, but I mean, come on, people, get over it.
Yeah, or if somebody put like an offensive message in there or like a political message or something, and you're like, we're going to find the person responsible. It was just a mistake. They meant to set the alert to go to television and radio or whatever.
As a test, I
And
believe.
it didn't go that way. It went to everybody's cell phones. And was it annoying? Yes. Did I get woken up by it? Yes, because my phone went off and Courtney's phone went off. But are we taking this a little too seriously?
There are people calling, and I imagine just all over the age of 65, calling and asking, how do I turn these off?
Yeah.
And their big alert is like, please don't mute these because we need it to give you actual important.
That's a huge problem for
Alerts.
them. Like if they can't get a hold of the vast majority of people because they make a mistake like this.
And now it says the state of Florida has cut ties with the contractor Everbridge that handles the emergency alert system.
They fired the whole company then?
Says the division
Is
has...
there another one available?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, does that mean that for now we have a window of time where
Nobody's running the ship?
alerts are just impossible?
Mo's going to do it. Mo is going to be running the ship now.
Don't put more stuff
And you
on
know what Mo's going to do when he's running the EAS? He's going to send it out at 3:45 a.m.
3:45 a.m.
Everybody wake up right at the same time.
But then that one group,
the entire state of Florida,
still snorting lines. They're just like, let's go, let's get this ready.
I
We're
can't
ready.
believe they fired the whole company.
Yeah. It says the division has terminated
Great.
the contract early with Everbridge. The expiration day was June of 2024.
Okay.
It says it stresses the importance of being able to receive emergency alerts as disasters can happen at any time, and these alerts save lives. Please do maintain emergency alert notifications on your device. We will ensure they were used appropriately henceforth.
Here's the thing.
Who's going to ensure it?
Yeah,
There's
nobody
running
can.
it now.
There's nobody to even hit the button to send these out. Here's the thing. I get if that was annoying to you. It was annoying. It totally was. If you can't realize that they make mistakes sometimes and we all can get on with our lives and be all right here, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, what society do we live in if a bunch of people have to lose their jobs because you were inconvenienced once?
4:45 a.m. wake up was so much that they're like, we're going to find every last one of these folks. We're going to string them up. We're going to kill everybody responsible. Hold on a little bit.
The same reaction when Hawaii got the message that was a missile.
Theirs
coming.
was serious.
Exactly.
It said there's an incoming nuclear, or not maybe, intercontinental ballistic
It
missile.
was clearly a mistake and a test.
Right.
And those people resigned from their jobs. I mean, they were like, "Ooh, yeah, that was bad.
But that one
We're
was
gonna step
that one
down."
was way worse. This
Well,
one not nearly as bad. I just don't understand the bloodthirst that everybody had. Something happens and there's an accident. People are like, everyone in the world should be fired. You go, all right, tap the brakes, relax a little bit. Let's say we can put in a new best practices so that this doesn't happen anymore. And then people won't be freaking out.
That doesn't look manly.
Yeah, you got to.
Old Meatball wants to
Off with their
show
heads.
Them, he wants to show them we mean business.
They want to go
in
after
Florida.
everybody. Don't call it Meatball. It's Ron the Sanctimonious, right? That's the nickname that sticks out there.
Now, if you could hack this system and every day at 11 o'clock send an entire alert to the state of Florida, the News Junkie is now live.
Oh, man.
The ratings juggernaut. You might be able to do that because Nobody's
Oh,
watching now.
Yeah.
Did Everbridge lock the door behind them on the way out?
Let's get in there.
We just run over there and send some alerts. Let's do it.
This is such an insane thing to me. Everybody, I think most of you, people listening right now, you know, like, it's just a mistake. We can move on. We don't need to be bloodthirsty after all of these incidents. I think we basically predicted that this was going to happen, but here it is. Prosecutors in New Mexico are dropping the charges against Alec Baldwin. The involuntary manslaughter charges dropped. There was another charge that wasn't even on the books as a law until after the shooting occurred on the set of this movie Rust Alec Baldwin was working on. Because people don't like him politically, they're like, let's go for him. Let's get Alec Baldwin. But when you do that, you might get this like little pretend win. And I think this is probably how it's going to play out with the indictment of Trump in New York. You get this little pretend win where you're like, got him. Here we go. But it's not going to stick. The charges aren't going to stick. And it seemed like it was destined to fail.
I mean, we talked about it when they first filed the charges, and I said, I don't understand what their theory is here. Their theory that they presented in the press conference, from a legal standpoint, just didn't make sense. We talked about it. He was basically charged with a crime where you have to show that he did a negligent act that resulted in the death of another. And they're correct that you shouldn't point a gun at somebody else, except in the one scenario when you're on a movie set and the script says to point the gun at somebody else. So
the exception.
Right. How could they say he was negligent? I was waiting for some other theory to drop that they were going to present to try to get a conviction here. But it seemed like a very, politically driven indictment. And, fortunately or unfortunately, a lot of people said that he, had money and bought his way out of this. Well, he did. He had the money to defend this, but frankly, the charges should have never been brought in the first place.
No, I can't believe that this whole thing ended up this way. You look at it and you go, is it a terrible thing? Yes. Is it a crime? It doesn't look like it. I mean, not for him.
No, and, a lot of people, get charged with crimes like that, and they plea out to a lesser charge because they don't have his kind of money to defend it. So, but that's not the way the system is supposed to work. You're not supposed to overcharge people and then, hope that they can defend themselves.
Yeah.
Here he did, have the ability to hire good attorneys and show that, hey, this should have never been brought in the first place. And finally, they dropped the charges.
Right.
But,
go leave us a dispatch with your thoughts right now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. Yeah, I thought there was no chance that was going to stick, so that's not a big surprise. And that's kind of really disappointing to see people take the judicial system and screw around with it like that. And it's they do the same thing sometimes. They didn't do it, I don't think, in this case against the old man who shot the young black kid or the teenager who rang his doorbell. But they do it in cases like that often where it looks like somebody maybe didn't actually break any laws, and then the public gets really pissed off. And so they go, all right, let's just charge this guy. It's not going to stick, but at least it'll calm people down.
They succumb to the public pressure. They can say, oh, well, we charged him. Now it's in the hands of the jury or the judicial system or the prosecutor, and they can kind of hand off the problem to somebody else and wipe their hands of it.
Can we talk about that for a little bit? Have you followed that story at all? A
little bit. I mean, I know a little bit about it.
So the guy was 84 years old, or is 84 years old. This teenager mistakes two different addresses. One was like whatever avenue and one is whatever way, and they're right next to each other. Such a stupid idea. So he goes to the address where he thought he was going to be picking up his brothers or his family members, and he goes to the door and he rings the doorbell. Nobody answers, and the man inside, when he heard the doorbell ringing, goes straight to his room and gets his gun and comes back to the door after some time. And he says, the old man who was living there, he says that the teenager was grabbing the door handle or like rattling the door handle, and he was really scared, and he fired the bullets at him. Not only one, but after he fell down, a second shot. I feel, and tell me where you're at on this, that is nowhere near enough to justify a feeling like your life is in danger and you need to fire a weapon at somebody to defend yourself. Where are you at on that?
I mean, I would tend to agree with you there. Now, did he fire through the door or did he open the door?
I think
through the glass in the door.
He had like,
the glass in the door.
like a glass part of it, and he fired right through that and hit him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need more than somebody shaking the door handle or what you perceive to be shaking the door handle. I mean, that could be...
Because he said he wasn't shaking the door handle.
Right. I mean, in that situation, if the guy is truly scared, you could hear a noise and think it's the door handle, and the guy never even touched the door handle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you really have to have somebody who's in the process of breaking into your home to use that kind of deadly force under the Castle Doctrine.
This is the reasonable in...
Right. It comes down to the reasonableness test. And so, in that situation, he didn't call the police, right? He could have got on the phone, called the police while the guy's on the other side of the door, had his gun there if the guy tried to break into the home or made his way inside or tried to break the glass, then use the weapon if needed.
He didn't even say anything to him.
Right.
They didn't even exchange any words. You would think the first thing would be like, what are you doing here?
Who is it? What are you doing here? Go away.
It's just anything, because you're still in a place of security with the door locked behind, or the door in front of you. This person's not even inside your house. That seems pretty damn open and shut to me. I don't know if it will be, but there's this weird thing where people will go, well, I was afraid. And that's where the reasonable part comes in.
Right.
You can't just be perpetually afraid and shooting guns at everybody who's around you.
Right. It's not whether you were afraid. It's whether a reasonable person in that situation would believe that they needed to use deadly force to prevent, the great bodily harm or death to themselves.
Yeah. And then the other case that was like this, there was 4 stories that we had like this week. We had the young girl, the 6-year-old who was shot, and her father was shot when they were playing basketball, and it rolled up onto this guy's property, and he got so mad, he's like, I'm going to kill all of you, shot this little 6-year-old. In that case, the races were switched, and they finally arrested that guy in the state of Florida, actually.
Oh, they found him?
Yeah, he got from North Carolina to Florida, and they arrested him. But
I love that they make their way over here. Like, if you get caught in Florida, there's nowhere else to escape to.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're down
you
at the
got
bottom now.
keys,
Where are you going?
Find a boat?
What's the plan? So the story was on one of these that this woman was going to visit somebody, and she was getting a ride, and the car pulled into the wrong driveway, and the guy just goes out of the front yard, fires a shot or two through the vehicle, and kills this woman. And I said, everybody's so angry, amped up, afraid, and armed that we have a major problem here. And we need to get it out there that you cannot just kill people who have gone on your property. But Sealand, I think, was the one who mentioned this. What if you have a sign up that says trespassers or something like that will be shot, or like something that warned about
I know that.
I don't think that does much, frankly. But
No. He had a no soliciting thing, which I also don't think warrants for shooting somebody.
That
but-
was the guy who shot the black teenager. Yeah,
Oh.
he had no.
Sorry, again,
no
my
soliciting.
shooting's confused.
There was 4 of them this week, so they're all over the place. But so if you have a sign up that said like warning, trespassers will be shot, it's nothing.
No, I mean you can't. You can put a sign up and say anyone selling Girl Scout cookies on my property will be shot, but that doesn't do anything. It doesn't mean that you can just shoot them. You just have to abide by the law and operate within the confines of the law.
Yeah, it's not as if the sign can create your own new laws.
Right, exactly.
Where you're like, this is Shawntopia, and shooting all the Girl Scouts is what I'm going to do if they cross into my property. Do not take any audio of me saying that and use it against me at a later point, please.
Or I'll be shot.
Yeah, I'm not shooting you. I'm not threatening to shoot you. I don't want to see the cops anymore this week. I'd like to get past all of that. I'd like to stay in the clear. Do we have anything on the list for Moses?
No, it was
soon?
all
Okay.
old stuff.
There was a lot of stuff this week that were just focused around these strangers that are interacting with people and in violent ways. And I'm sure you saw this, Mo, because it was all over social media. There's this video. Hang on, I'll bring this up so we can watch this as I explain this to you. Have you seen the video of the wrestler who punched the other guy?
I don't think so.
Okay, perfect. I'll show you this, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So there's a wrestling match. These 2 guys are going at it. And then afterwards, one goes to shake the hand of his opponent, and the opponent just comes up to him and knocks him out, just cold clocks him. Here is the actual video of this happening. We'll roll this for everybody who's taking a peek. Here's our 2 wrestlers. They just finished their wrestling match.
Are they 8th graders?
They're young, yeah. Boom.
Oh,
damn. All right,
Yeah,
so
that's not good.
I mean, he goes for the handshake, and then he just punches this kid.
Poor sportsmanship.
Yeah, terrible sportsmanship, but just handshake, boom, knocked out. And they freaked out, and then they were talking about like he's not going to be able to wrestle in the state anymore, and on and on.
He'll be able to box now.
But this is a crime, right?
Thank you, Moses.
This is a crime.
It could be. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a battery if we looked at the pure sense of the law. Obviously, they were in a wrestling match. The wrestling match had ended. Even if it was in the middle of the wrestling match, that would be outside the scope of what was consented to as part of this wrestling match. But the wrestling match had ended. He goes to shake the kid's hand, and he just cold clocks him in the face.
Interesting. So if it was like a boxing match or something, it might be a little bit different. Because you're saying, like, if they had consented to, hey, we're going to wrestle, and then I'm going to punch you in the face, then we're all good here. but they agreed to interact physically, but not that there was going to be any punching going on.
Right. Whenever you engage in a sport, whether it's football, basketball, boxing, wrestling, you're consenting to the physical aspects of that sport, within reason. So, if you're playing football, you're going to get tackled. That's not a crime, right? But then if somebody takes your helmet off after they tackle you and continue to punch you in the face,
now you've gone beyond.
Now that's a battery, and that's gone beyond what's kind of consented to as part of the sport.
Interesting that you mentioned that, because you say if it's outside of the scope of what sport you've agreed to play or what you've consented to. And we had the story earlier about the James Harden getting that flagrant foul and being ejected from the 76ers game because he kind of punched a guy in the nuts.
Yeah, he's
trying to get by him.
Got right in the crotch.
Would that that doesn't fall under the what would normally be part of an NBA game? Was that something they could come after him for, or is this all?
They could if they really wanted to. Now, typically, we only see them actually bring any sort of charges in extreme cases. I think there was a case in a hockey game one time a few years back where they brought some charges. I don't really remember.
Right.
I'm surprised there's not more of those. Hockey
yeah. But I mean, again, hockey, you kind of consent to a good amount of fighting there. It has to be really kind of over the top. So, typically they don't want to bring charges into these sports where people are afraid to play them and afraid, if I hit somebody too hard, even though obviously a punch is outside the scope. They want it to be fun. They don't want this
Sean
to
was
be
right. It's more of a backhand than a punch.
Yeah, he got him pretty good, though.
Sean watched it over and over.
I'm just thinking about the gray area in this kind of situation, because if a NASCAR driver kind of purposely pushed another NASCAR driver into crashing, now, in any other circumstance, that would be a crime that is committed. But it's kind of like part of the racing experience, and that there's a potential that could happen to you while you're out there. This kid has been charged, by the way. He's now in for, I think, an assault charge or a battery charge for punching this other guy. All right, quick break. We will be back in just a moment. I want to tell you about a huge heist that just went down. It wasn't Moses DeWitt. He did not steal anything.
I'm not admitting to it this time.
But people are going to be surprised what was stolen in this case. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Just trying to avoid the next round of corporate layoffs by proving our relevancy in the virtual world. Follow us, please. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope you're having a safe and great start to your weekend on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, we're seeing some delays. One due to an incident is US 192. That's just east of State Road 4 at 29 toll. Careful there. Also, we are still seeing the usual delay east and westbound approaching State Road 535. That's on I-4. No issues north or south on the Greenway, however. Northbound on the Turnpike we're clear. Southbound, however, in Lake County at exit 285, still seeing that delay. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plan. 76% of parents save for college in 2022. Now you can too. Their one-year university plan is their most affordable plan, starting at $45 a month. Open enrollment ends April 30th. Find your plan today.
Business owners, listen up. You're doing a great thing. You've had an idea, you put your experience behind it, and you said, I want to start a business. And you've been successful, but sometimes you could use a little help on the things that you're not as good at. And if you're feeling the pressures of growing your business, you find it's tough to maintain momentum and still keep your employees engaged, Insperity can help. They put over 35 years of HR experience to work, helping you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving your employees what they want: competitive benefit options. When your people thrive, your business can adapt and prosper. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. We're talking about scalable HR, employee benefits, HR technology. Insperity, it's HR that makes a difference.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
They say the best bourbons are those with a tradition of quality, the ones that carry a rich history and the potential for a bolder future. At Wild Turkey, we've made our bold, pre-prohibition style bourbon for over 100 years without once compromising our quality or our spirit. In other words, we stuck to our roots without getting stuck in our ways. And we can't think of a better tradition than that. Wild Turkey Bourbon. Trust your spirit. Copyright 2023. Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise. Drink responsibly.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Hurry in during Ram Truck Month and discover what it truly means to drive a truck that's built to serve. Ram Truck Month, going on now. And now, finance and get $7,480 in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Don't miss this great offer. See your local Ram dealer today. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Financing for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital. Not all buyers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 5/1/2023.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news from the state of Florida. It's blueberry season! Fresh from Florida has the ripe, sweet blueberries you've been craving for cobblers, pancakes, and all your favorite homemade recipes. And best of all, buying fresh from Florida is a great way to support local farmers and jobs in our communities. You can find locally grown Florida blueberries in stores now. Just look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for Fresh from Florida where you shop.
Hi, everybody. Jim here with a giant welcome to Orlando, to our friends over at Life Imaging FLA up from South Florida, where they've saved hundreds of lives. And now you have an opportunity to visit these guys just like me. I am pretty darn fired up to get my heart and body scan as a proactive preventive measure to my long-term health. After losing my mom to kidney disease and my uncle to lung cancer, never smoked a cigarette in his life, you have to look at your long-term health care differently. Life Imaging FLA can help you do that. And by the way, they're giving out free heart scans right now. It's a fact. 1 out of 3 people will die from heart disease, and in 30 to 40% of heart attacks, the very first symptom, is sudden death. Do what I'm doing. Get that peace of mind through prevention. Get that heart and body scan from Life Imaging FLA. And while you're there, ask about their cancer scan as well. And Life Imaging FLA scan is easy. They don't use any dyes. You don't have to get undressed, and it only takes about 10 minutes. From your cell phone, call pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
So, what could you do with 8 hours? With that much time, probably a lot, right? Or nothing at all sounds pretty good too. With an 8-hour battery life, a vape device from Blue gives you the freedom to unplug. So relax, disconnect, or just let yourself focus on getting your own stuff done with a full 8 hours of unlit you time. Blue, get unlit. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Underage sale prohibited. Blue is a trademark of Fonum Holdings 4BV. Copyright 2022. Fonum US LLC.
Take life by the chip and dip it with 2 for $20 weekends at Tijuana Flats. Get 2 full-sized entrees, a large dip and chips, and 2 drinks for just $20. Friday through Sunday. Smack my and call me Sally for a limited time only at Tijuana Flats.
Hello, Floridians. Today's a good day to do great things. Yes! Like scheduling the dentist appointment you've been putting off for 2 years.
Oh, man.
Like finally fixing that creaky door that drives you crazy. Like getting that massage you definitely deserve.
Oh, yeah.
Or taking time to make sure that your air conditioner is ready to beat the heat all summer long. Do something great today, now, by taking advantage of our $69 tune-up with no breakdown guarantee.
Call today, cool today, cooltoday.com.
Book your appointment now.
All month long, Dunkin' Rewards members get a $3 medium cold brew, like the new caramel chocolate cold brew. Not a member? Join on the Dunkin' app. Dunkin' Rewards. Save them, stack them, use them how you want. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member per day. Additional charges and terms may apply. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Your doorbell camera is just that, a camera, not a security system. Get SafeTouch Security during their buy one, get one free sale. No one beats their technology or price. See for yourself. Visit safetouch.com. Remember, crooks know to stay away from SafeTouch houses. State license EF233.
Spring is here with no payments for 6 months at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, FUN. F-U-N, FUN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is the News Junkie.
I don't want to fight anymore. I'm too old, Moses.
Too old.
To be physically fighting. I'm 41 years old. My fighting career is over.
It wasn't much of a fighting career.
Hey, I had a career, and I was undefeated. Or, no, I lost. I lost a time or two. But I had a career. And now I want to get out of it. But I'll tell you what would bring me out of retirement, to punch somebody in the face very quickly. This whole thing where these people who are climate change activists is hitting America, where they're flattening people's tires with SUVs. They're going after SUVs.
Back?
Yeah, it's happening in Boston and other cities now.
Oh my God, they can't find the khakis and they have flat tires?
They went after Land Rovers, Mercedes. They went after all these SUVs, and they just sliced the tires on them.
I would be mad.
I would be so pissed off. If I saw somebody outside, I'd be like, whatever your cause is, I'm against it now.
Okay,
Doesn't matter what it
even
is.
I love the idea that they are slashing tires of your standard civilian vehicle,
Mhm.
and what's really hurting the climate is the airplane tires
Right.
and the giant airplanes and trucks.
Well, let's not
and-
attack airplanes.
Mo's an airplane guy.
I'm sorry, I just
stepping on
realized
some
that.
very
Very
shaky
fuel
ground.
efficient.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
a
stupid.
Toyota Corolla getting its tire slashed is not going to change the emissions going into the air.
It changes nothing. It changes absolutely nothing.
Sorry, Moses.
But people get whipped up into a frenzy. They've been told through all of their schooling years now. They've been taught to be doomers. It's like the world's going to end in 10 years.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Everything's going to change in 5 years. And then they freak out and they're like, well, we got to go after all these SUVs. We got to throw tomato soup on the painting in the museum. And it's, holy cow, you're not doing anything for your cause that's good. That's going to just make people really mad. And it's a crime. You're not allowed to stab somebody's tire with a knife. You're not allowed to do that, even though I've wanted to a time or two.
I feel like it's harder than people think.
I think you're right. Yeah. I
I'm
think
sure it is,
In the
yeah.
movies, somebody goes by the car and just goes, psst, and the knife goes in, and then you've now sliced their tire. I bet there's some resistance
Those are
there.
pretty thick tires. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to use some force.
And I don't
It's
want to
pretty
try
hard.
that.
Good try.
Really?
Try
We
to slash a tire.
You got somebody with some experience in the room.
No, I've never slashed a tire.
You wanted to, though.
Yeah.
You know what I've wanted to do? Kia car.
Yeah? You never did that?
That's the worst.
You
That's
had
the
it?
worst thing
No,
to do.
to have it done, and I have had it,
It
done
happened
to
to you,
me.
yeah.
It was awful, and it made me so angry. And talking about it makes me angry. But I just want to see what that feeling is like.
Just dragging the key all down the side of the car.
A junk car. Nobody wants it. I just want to see
Okay.
what it's like.
Yeah, it's like a small version
Or
of
maybe an airplane.
of when they take all the cars out and smash into wood. Now you're
Why are you so anti-airplane?
I'm not anti. I love airplanes minus when I'm on them. When I freak out, but I am just kidding.
Yeah, we've talked about this so many times on the show, though, where you got somebody who you're like, you might be sympathetic to the cause, even.
Right. You might like the cause, but doesn't mean you go destroying other people's property
Yeah.
in support of your cause.
Like, let's say their cause is we want people to be nicer to animals, like PETA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then PETA sometimes goes off the reservation with some crazy stuff.
Throw
and you're
red
like,
paint on people.
yeah, and you're like, damn it, you've got a good point, but you're doing things all wrong, and you're just going to irritate everybody here. Speaking of being irritated, many celebrities irritated this week because Elon Musk removed all of the blue check marks from their Twitter accounts. Don't necessarily understand the business strategy here, but there was people who were upset about this, including, I didn't know he was even on here, but Jason Alexander on Twitter. He says, okay, everyone, Twitter has removed my verification. I'll no longer be posting on
Wait,
this app.
the Jason
Yep,
Alexander
from
huh?
Seinfeld, which I feel like the character he plays in Seinfeld, if that character was unverified, would do the same exact thing. I feel like that would be his reaction to this. Like, they unverified me, Jerry. I'm off Twitter now.
Somebody said in one of the tweets, I guess people like to screenshot what's trending and then make a story out of it.
Mhm.
And it was like, Jason Alexander, just pay the $8. And then McGriddles. And,
Right.
and then somebody was like...
McGriddles?
McGriddles was trending at some point. And they're like, there definitely would be a Seinfeld episode where where George refuses to pay $8 for a McGriddle.
Yeah, of course. I could totally see that happening. But this is a dodo move on Elon Musk's part. I don't understand what the strategy is here, because the purpose of verification, which he's kept on some people's accounts, like LeBron James still has a blue check mark, and Elon Musk is like, I'm paying for a couple of them. So.
He's paying for it. That's so nice.
He said, I'm paying for a couple of them.
Oh my God, what an idiot.
So there's some people who still have the blue check mark.
That'd be like me saying I bought you your Secret Show subscription.
Right.
I'm paying for this for you.
The thing that they should have really done is they should have kept the verification check out there and then allowed other people who aren't on that like top 1% tier of Twitter users who are envious of that blue check to be able to purchase it and get better features
but make
or whatever.
it like a light blue, because now you look at, your Instagrams as well, that people are paying for their blue checks. And it's like, is this a person that's paying for it?
Yeah.
Or is this someone who was verified because of the verification status prior to the pay?
I have a very, very solid feeling that Facebook is about to do the same thing. Because
of course.
I'm verified on Facebook, and when I logged in, it was like, do you want to sign up for Meta verification? And I'm like, and you click it, it's
so
like,
they're going to take your verification away?
They might pull it. I might end up in the same trap here, but I'll be damned if I'm going to pay for that.
And
next to Jason Alexander.
Actually, I lie. I would absolutely pay for that. I would 100% pay for that. Not because of a blue check mark by my name, but the thing that I wanted is you get customer service. You have, on Facebook, they're like, you can get through to an actual human being at Facebook.
Like your own concierge line over
Yes, I need to talk to a human being, for God's sake.
Be nice.
It's a terrible website. It's a mess over there. I can't get anybody on the phone.
So follow us on there, facebook.com/thenewsjunkie.
Good God, don't even follow. Unfollow.
Oh, wait, what?
Let's just leave.
He's blowing it up.
What are we even promoting now?
By the way, thank you, Moses. He got, for the studio, these, I don't know what to call them. It's like the back of the microphone.
Sure, covers.
Mic plates.
Mic plates, yeah, with the logo. He's got some for the show that you do as well on the weekend. You're breaking things over there.
Yeah, because I couldn't help but notice
you're
I
not
didn't
getting one of
have
these on your microphone. We're not putting one on that
Well,
one.
this is my tent mic until I move over to ultra mega super awesome desk.
Do you want that one to have a logo on it, or would you like
Sure.
something else?
No, I would love it.
Okay.
It'd be great fun.
All right. Sure sounds like it. Seems like you're really behind
Such
this.
enthusiasm.
Let's hear from a couple of you. Let's work at some dispatches. Actually, we're going to have to take a quick break,
God
and then
damn
we'll do
it,
that.
Sean!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tease everybody. Now's the time to send in a dispatch, though, so you can be featured on the show. All you need to do on your phone or your laptop, wherever you're at, is go to thenewsjunkie.com. You follow the directions. It says recorded dispatch. It takes like 5 seconds. Promise. Go do that right now at thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, I'll get to that heist story I was teasing, and we'll do the final dispatches, stories that did make the cut, and wrap everything up for a Friday and the week. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
I don't know if smoking weed makes me a bad driver, but I do know that having weed makes me a great driver.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Jamie King here, Fox 35 Storm Center. Forecast update as we approach midday for you on this Friday here in Central Florida. Warm temps, mid-80s for highs. Showers, maybe a few isolated storms developing after 2 or 3 p.m., though. Chances quite low today at about 20, maybe 30%. We've got a 30% chance of scattered showers and storms up to about 11 o'clock tonight. Lows down to 67. On our Saturday, hot highs at 90, 20% chance of rain, and 85, rain-free Sunday. For Fox 35, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto Insurance.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Bill Bellamy, actor and stand-up comedian, April 21st and 22nd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and waitstaff. Food runners, dish. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Power through every season with True Fuel, the ready-to-use engineered fuel for outdoor power equipment that lasts for years and provides true convenience, true performance, and true protection. True Fuel is ethanol-free and precision-engineered to improve performance and extend the life of trimmers, blowers, chainsaws, and small generators. With True Fuel in the tank, you're always ready for yard work and everything Mother Nature decides to throw at you. True Fuel. Empower your equipment.
Hurry and shop the final days of SpringFest at Lowe's. Ready to get started on your spring planting? Right now, get select Bonnie 19.3-ounce vegetables and herbs, 3 for $12. Save on indoor updates, too, with up to 40% off select bathroom faucets and vanities. Shop Lowe's today, because Lowe's knows spring. Valid through 4/26. Bonnie offer available in-store only. Actual plant size varies. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Earth Month sale. We want to help inspire you to live a more sustainable life at home.
Oh, how?
We've got savings on faucets that can help conserve water, energy-efficient appliances, and more. It's good for your home and your wallet.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of good.
And with all the offers from our spring sale, you can save even more. Hurry into your local IKEA store or go to ikea-usa.com/earthmonth before the sale ends. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and ikea-usa.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Jim here for my friends at Solar Bear. In Orlando in 2022, there were 3 different utility rate increases and another 4% increase scheduled for April. Stop going along with these rate increases. Now's the time to go solar with Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida. They can help eliminate your power bill in 2023. Solar Bear, also the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. Visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate. And check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
Just come out. The man when you're in trouble, car accidents, slips and falls, he's the only one that you should call. Just come out when you're injured on the go.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Hear that? That's the sound of someone experiencing Marco's new bold Magnifico pizzas. Enjoy 2 kinds of pepperoni on the Pepperoni Magnifico. Revel in Old World sausage on the new Sausage Magnifico. And rejoice in harmonious layers of savory pepperoni and sausage on the new Ultimate Magnifico. Try new Magnifico pizzas starting at $9.99 at marcos.com. Marcos. Pizza lovers, get it. Price and participation may vary. See store for details.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, April 22nd. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same, and they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
Hear new music first on your free iHeartRadio app.
This is Lars. James from Metallica here. And this is iHeartRadio.
What's up? This is Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park.
We're the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
The free iHeartRadio app is where the biggest stars in the world connect with you. Download it today.
Wawa's new Rechargers are handcrafted energy drinks to help you power through your day. Made the way you want, iced or frozen, with natural sources of caffeine. Get energy for every day. Gotta have a Wawa.
This hour is sponsored by Barks in the City, June 3rd at Apopka Amphitheater.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the News Junkie.
I hate you. You're the worst best friend I ever had. So thank you, 'cause nothing else could be that.
Final dispatches. Stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. Moses, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mr. Watson.
It's always a pleasure. And here, I'm going to give everybody a pro tip here. All right, this is a pro tip.
Big old
I've heard of a pro tip.
You need to go over and follow Moses DeWitt on social media right now. All right? Follow the DeWitt Law Firm. Follow Just Call Mo, all that stuff on social media. Because that way, when he releases something, you can get it. Like those bags that everybody was losing their minds over. And I looked at the whole comment section.
Bag.
Everybody in the comment section is like, my Mo bag, I used it when I went to the beach last weekend. I did this, and some people didn't get one, and they're freaking out. And there was a lot of people who were pissed off that they didn't get their hands on those things.
mad.
So make sure you're following over on social media. How do people find you, Moses, and where can they go?
We're on the Facebook.
The Facebook?
At DeWitt Law Firm.
All right.
I think we're on the TikTok.
Yes, you are.
Just Call Mo.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Mo DeWitt on TikTok. I think it's Just Call Mo on Instagram.
Okay. Just Call Mo on Instagram. And
OnlyFans, what's that one?
That's user 78643.
You wanted to be a little more conspicuous.
You know,
that one.
Throwaway 66.
Well, make sure you're following because he's always got great stuff going on over there. Let's do some final dispatches here. And
Yeah, we still have a dispatch of the week to give out.
Oh, my God, that's right. Do we have anybody that really stuck
It was
out?
earlier this week.
Two on the list. Earlier this week, we had Marcinator, who was the dispatch that said she dumped her girlfriend for liking Boston Market.
That one made us really laugh.
That's good, too.
And then I also thought Joshua, who dispatched in today and followed up with the story of his friend falling in love with a stripper when he was in the military.
Yeah.
That's right.
So Marcinator or Joshua.
Ooh, all right, let's give...
Or Everbridge for that great alert Thursday morning.
They got fired for that. Let's work in one more before we decide who our winner is. Here's You Don't Know Chef, and it says, general love that's not radio silence. Okay?
Okay, well, my first dispatch literally is radio silence, so that's pretty wild.
Oh, word.
But I just wanted to say that I love the heck out of it.
Unfortunately, you were out of the running for dispatch of the week.
She didn't like that job.
Yeah. If there's anything worse than radio silence, it's cursing on the radio.
Okay, we got military guy and with a stripper.
Boston Market.
And we got Boston Market.
I'm going Boston Market.
Me too.
No offense to the military.
Sorry, military. I like Boston Market, too.
That story was
Thank you
really
for your
funny.
service.
All right, you are the winner, a Boston Market person. What was the username again?
Marcinator.
Marcinator, email me tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Wizards and Lizards. This is a killer place, okay? You can go there, and it's one of those things where you can do a party with a bunch of friends, and you can make stuff. You can have this as an event you do with your family and your kids. This is a family-owned and operated craft studio. It's in the Oviedo Mall, and you got to go check them out. If you mention the News Junkie, you get 10% off your purchase, so don't forget to do that. They have tie-dye classes. You can learn to make candles. You can get tons of stuff for people who are into video games, all the theme park stuff. If you have somebody who's into that and you need to get a present for them, this is the perfect place. And they have laser engraved signs, woodcraft, all kinds of great stuff. Don't forget, you can go over there in the Oviedo Mall to Wizards and Lizards. You can call them 407-542-3337 or go to the website where you can learn more about this, wizardsandlizardsstudio.com. Wizardsandlizardsstudio.com. Okay. We got to wrap things up here. Let me see. At least I teased this. There was a gold heist in Canada. Somebody sold $20 million of high-value cargo from the Toronto airport, and they said there was all kinds of stuff in this. $215,000 worth of gold bullion. There was a bunch of other very, very valuable things that they took, and they haven't found anybody that they think might be responsible for this yet.
That reminds me, there was a story earlier this week. I almost did it for This Week in Florida because there was a shipment of dimes coming to Florida that got heisted, and they got away with like thousands of dollars in dimes.
Yeah.
But what do you do with all those dimes? You can't if you start
you go to the car dealership with a wheelbarrow full of dimes,
or you go to like a bank or a grocery store that has the coin counting thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start figuring it out when the coin counting people are just turning in whole things full of dimes.
Now, are the dimes themselves like worth that much money? Or are they old ones?
No, they're just
regular dimes.
There's just so many dimes that it adds up to thousands and thousands of dollars.
just general circulation dimes, and now you've got this to try to offload somewhere. All right, let's get the hell out of the way and wrap up the week. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Friday, April 21st, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this band right here.
The band, Devo? No. Kiss.
That's right. Kiss is correct. The band
Devo was a good guess, though.
Coven threatened to sue Kiss's Gene Simmons when he attempted to trademark the devil horns gesture in 2017. I remember us talking about that story when it happened. He wanted to get this sign of devil horns, which was popularized not even by him, but Ronnie James Dio. I always want to say Dio. I always want to say Dio.
Dio?
Yeah, Ronnie James Dio. And he was not given the trademark.
Aw.
Sorry. Today I learned 15 minutes of shivering from cold temperatures can be the metabolic equivalent of 1 hour of exercise.
Get the heck out of here.
It doesn't sound like a fun way to burn those
Turn that
calories.
AC down.
You know, I don't want to do that. What else
Only
do we
15
have?
minutes?
Yeah, it's not too long, but uncomfortable. Today I learned female giant pandas can spontaneously terminate their pregnancy when they're inseminated by a panda of the opposite sex that they do not like.
Wow. So they have more rights than in Florida.
Well, I mean, if you try hard enough, you might, you can make that happen. The pandas figure this out some way, and they've built that in.
I'm just glad I left the show early.
That's an evolved trait. Today I learned the average annual household income of a Broadway theater attendee, just the people who go to Broadway shows, is $261,000. They love to market to that audience, obviously. And finally, today I learned this band right here.
Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones is correct. Today I learned the last time a Rolling Stones single reached number one on the UK charts, or the US charts for that matter, it was Honky Tonk Women in 1969.
I should have played that song.
Despite them releasing 15 albums in the 53 years since then. C-Lane, Shut Your Mouth. Painted Black is a great song by the Rolling Stones.
Honky Tonk Woman's better.
Plus, I got this together at the last minute.
I know.
It's the closest one I had. Thanks, Mo. We love you.
Paper's still warm.
Thanks, Mo. Thanks, Forrest.
We appreciate you. We're back next week, same time, same place. And coming up next in West Palm Beach, it's the Greek Zone. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right here on Real Radio.